Chapter 612. In the auditorium. Very quickly, Fong Ping returned to normal. The energy crystals in front of him also flew toward the instructors. Fong Ping smiled. One for each. I hope the instructors won't use it to heal their injuries. I hope everyone will use it to improve their strength after the big battle. The imperishable substance was more useful than life essence. Fong Ping said, "We'll hold a student meeting tomorrow, led by the Martial Arts Society. No matter what the students think or how they choose, since the instructors have decided from now on, MCMU will enter combat readiness. August 15th, enter Magic City's catacombs. Strive to conquer Sky Gate City in half a month and return to MCMU before school starts. New students will enter the school and MCMU will conquer Sky Gate City. This is the best way to welcome the new students. Victory!" Everyone roared and ran in all directions. Some went home to say goodbye. Some made final preparations before the big battle. Some prepared to go out for a few days. Who knew if they could come back after leaving this time? After they left, Fong Ping also breathed a sigh of relief. Seeing the grandmasters looking at him, Fong Ping smiled. "I'm fine. All right, everyone has one golden body pill each. Same for the resurrection pill. Give the extra resurrection pill to Yao Qingjun. This time he'll come to help. For rank 7, I'm only going to let Yao Qingjun help. For rank 8, Vice-Chancellor, who do you think is suitable? Having more people might not be a good thing. If you have more people on your side, the other side will have more people. This is the catacombs. If you have 5 rank 7s on your side, the other side may have 8. If you have 6, the other side may have 10. Therefore, if it is not necessary, there is no need to have too many people. However, for rank 8, it is still necessary to invite someone to help. However, in this kind of big battle, the possibility of death is not a small matter." After hearing Fong Ping's words, Wu Quishan thought for a while and said, "This time, we're risking our lives to help. It's fine if we don't have a good relationship or a family member. If General Tian hasn't broken through, he can actually be a member of the support team." Fong Ping thought for a while and said, "How about Minister Wang?" Wu Quishan laughed and said softly, "Don't invite people randomly. They won't be able to refuse. If they come reluctantly, it will hurt their relationship. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then we won't invite people to help. This is MCMU's business." Fong Ping nodded and said no more. Beside him, Tang Feng said, "The military will send a team of 100 people tomorrow. If the students participate, they will cooperate with the Combat Finger College to give them some guidance." "Okay, I got it." Fong Ping looked at the remaining thousands of energy crystals in his hand. After some thought, he stored all these energy crystals into the storage jade pendant and passed them to Huang Jing. "Vice-Chancellor, please help me distribute these to the students. Other than that, for this trip to the catacombs, some of the university's important resources would be brought along as well. As for the rest of the life essence and whatnot, he kept them in his storage jade pendant. At critical moments, you will be responsible for distributing these resources. Then I also have a storage ring. This was actually obtained in the king's battlefield. I've already obtained one before. This space isn't big, and I don't have many things with me." Huang Jing nodded and didn't say anything else. As for why he did not give them to Wu Quishan, that was because old Wu was the main force in this battle and was under a lot of pressure. He might not have the time to distribute them. "Teachers, please prepare yourselves and adjust yourselves." As soon as he finished speaking, a few golden balls floated in Fong Ping's hand. The golden balls were not big, only the size of ping-pong balls. They landed in everyone's hands. Wu Quishan frowned slightly. Fong Ping smiled and said, "At critical moments, we'll play dirty. The vitality recovery pill combined with these imperishable substances can restore us to our peak in an instant, which is equivalent to a full HP resurrection. If we don't fight, if we fight, then we must win. Not only must we win, but we must win beautifully. It's not easy for MCMU to gather a few grandmasters. I don't want to lose people because of this battle. If we are really short of people, what if the number of grandmasters is not in the double digits when I become the vice-chancellor?" Wu Quishan glanced at him and shook his head. too lazy to say anything else. Looking at the golden ball-like, imperishable substances in his hands, Wu Quishan sighed softly in his heart. It did not look big, but there was so much imperishable substances. Just the few of them had obtained would probably be equivalent to Fong Ping's total consumption. On top of the peak, it was confirmed. The few of them had an idea in their hearts and did not say anything more. Very soon, the few of them left and began to prepare. As for Fong Ping, he took a look at his wealth consumption. This time he really felt a pinch. Wealth, 85 million points vitality, 16,000 calories, 16,609 calories. Mentality, 2,000 hertz, 2,107 hertz. Destruction power. Bone honing, 177 bones, 100%. 29 bones, 90%. Storage space, 100 cubic meters plus. Energy shield, 1 point/minute plus. Aura simulation, 10 points/minute plus. What a huge loss. This time, he had spent close to 40 million wealth. Half of it was given to the instructors and students, and the other half to the grandmasters. The golden ball in each grandmaster's hands was equivalent to all the imperishable substances of a rank 8 powerhouse. Olbu had more. After all, he was strong. If he wanted to recover, the consumption would be even greater. Old man Li had a lot too. He still had some life essence in his hands, which would probably be used up this time. Hopefully it would be enough. Otherwise, Fong Ping would have to think of something in the later stages. It dropped below 100 million in an instant. Fong Ping sighed in his heart. He hoped that there would be some gains this time. If he really annihilated Sky Gate City, he did not know how much he would gain. When that time came, he would have to settle the accounts. MCMEUs was MCMEUs. His was his. Everything that needs to be prepared has been prepared. Everything that needs to be given has been given. If there are still a lot of casualties, then there's nothing we can do. On August 9th, the Martial Arts Society held a full member meeting. Fong Ping did not attend. Chun Yunxi led the meeting. There were 650 members in the Martial Arts Society. When it came to voting, 580 voted in favor, 60 opposed, and the rest abstained. With a high number of votes in favor, all the middle-ranked MCMEU students participated in the frontline fight. The rank 3 martial artists were in charge of the frontline. The rank 2 martial artists retreated to Hope City and were responsible for treating the wounded and transporting supplies. As for the rank 1 martial artists, it was decided that they would not participate in this battle. It was not even necessary for them to assist in defense. Rank 1 martial artists were still too weak. If they encountered trouble, they would be annihilated in an instant. At the same time, a 100-man team from the military department led by Fong Ping's acquaintance, Du Hong, arrived for pre-battle guidance. Du Hong. This time, he would cooperate with a few MCMU rank 6 martial artists in a complicated team battle. His participation in this battle with mentality-vitality fusion was not considered eye-catching. If he was not a high-ranked martial artist, he would not be noticed by the catacombs powerhouses. MCMAU entered a state of preparation for battle. The production line in the school worked overtime to produce pills and weapons. Large amounts of pills and weapons were distributed for free. As for Fong Ping, he studied the 10,000 instructor Fong Ping technique while negotiating with the people from the military department and the education department. On the 12th of August, Fong Ping entered the Magic City catacombs in advance. Hope City. Many powerhouses had gathered there. Tian Mu was now the person in charge of this place. When Fong Ping entered, Tian Mu was already waiting outside the passageway. It was not to receive Fong Ping, but to save time. As soon as Fong Ping came out, Tian Mu went straight to the point. Where did MCMAU choose to station? Fong Ping was still quite familiar with the terrain of the Magic City catacombs. Hope City was in the south. Skygate City was less than 100 miles north. Monster Phoenix City was in the northwest, and Monster Sunflower City was in the northeast. These 3 catacomb cities formed a triangle, with Sky Gate City protruding at the forefront. As Fong Ping walked toward the northern city wall, he asked, "Has the Jiao's forest expanded recently?" Speaking of this, Tian Mu's thoughts were rather complicated. After a while, Tian Mu said helplessly and amusedly, "It has." Now, 50 meters outside the southern city gate of Sky Gate City is the territory of the Jiao's forest. On our side, the Jiao's forest hasn't expanded much. It's still about 30 miles away from us. Now, Skygate City is relocating through the eastern gate instead of the southern gate. The Skygate City Lord is left, and he doesn't want to care about it anymore. Has the mineral vein been relocated? Speaking of this, Fong Ping asked curiously, how would such a huge mineral vein be relocated? Take its core and abandon the peripheral areas. Tianmu explained quickly, take the core area away. With the strength of the Skygate City Lord and the Skygate Tree, it's enough to divide the mineral vein, relocate it, and replant it under the new city. In fact, they've already started dividing it recently. Beside him, Magic City Catacombs Military Department General Su Mafu said, actually a few days ago, there was some movement in Skygate City. I'm afraid the Skygate City Lord is preparing to relocate the mineral vein. In the end, the Jiao seemed unwilling and attacked him halfway, forcing him to retreat to the city. No way? Fong Ping was shocked. The Jiao is only a rank 8. How can it be a match for 2 rank 9s? Tianmu laughed. Of course it's not a match, but the mineral vein is huge. Even if 2 rank 9s work together to relocate it, they'll still need to expend a lot of energy to stabilize the mineral vein. The core mineral vein can't be dispersed. If it really is dispersed, the mineral vein will be almost useless. The Jiao only cares about the energy of the mineral vein. It doesn't care about these. It specifically targets the mineral vein, taking as much as it can. However, it can do that, but the Skygate City Lord and the Skygate Tree can't. Now, they're being restricted. It's not easy to kill them. I heard that they're already negotiating with the Beast King of 100 Beast Forest. Someone from the restricted area has also come. They're still in 100 Beast Forest now. The Jiao is a demon from 100 Beast Forest. Both sides were at odds before. Killing the Jiao now will only make things worse. That's why the Skygate City Lord and the Skygate Tree can't do anything now. They can only wait for the outcome of the negotiation. Fong Ping laughed again. I didn't expect that the Jiao would delay their migration. Otherwise, once the mineral vein migration is completed, the Skygate City Lord would have left. More or less. He needs to settle the new city now. Tianmu explained, I heard from the commander that when he returns to the restricted area this time, he might become the city lord of a big city. King Huai values him very much. Of course, this has something to do with the power under King Huai's command. You also know that the Magic City Catacombs Monster Plant clan is not under King Huai's command. In reality, the relationships between the city lords and the Outland are complicated. Most of the time, it's hard to see them as any one subordinate. There are only 6 divine generals directly under King Huai, and King Huai has an incomparably huge territory in the palace. There are dozens of cities under his command. An additional rank 9 is quite important to King Huai. In the past, Tianmu actually did not understand these things. But now that he had stepped into rank 9, he knew some confidential information. Fong Ping nodded slightly. At this time, everyone had already climbed up the North City Wall. Looking ahead, the lush forest in the distance could be seen at a glance. Fong Ping saw the situation and laughed. Jiao is doing very well now. Its territory has indeed expanded a lot. Even Monster Sunflower City is almost covered. This monster is very bold. Su Mafu was filled with emotion as he spoke of this rank 8 demonic beast. He smiled and shook his head. It's not just bold. This demonic beast is very intelligent. When it encounters danger, it will still run towards us. Speaking of this, Tianmu also had the urge to vomit blood. He scolded, this monster is not a good thing. It's very cunning. We dare not kill it rashly, lest we attract revenge from 100 Beast Forest. When it ran to us, it was as obedient as a dog. It lay a few kilometers away from the city gate and did not come closer. Last time we angered the Skygate City Lord and were chased all the way here. Can we let the Skygate City Lord come closer? The Skygate City Lord did not dare to come, and in the end, it escaped. Damn it, this is not the first time it has done this. If not for the fact that I don't want to anger those monsters, I would have killed it. Tianmu was so angry that he wanted to vomit blood. A few times, every time it used Hope City as a refuge. Did it really think that humans would not kill monsters? However, this Jiao had attracted a few rank 9 Beast Kings from 100 Beast Forest in the past. It could not be killed rashly, as it would easily arouse the hostility of 100 Beast Forest. As he spoke, Su Mafu suddenly looked at Fong Ping with a strange look in his eyes. General Kuang. Fong Ping's face darkened. He said gloomily, "General Su, just call me Fong Ping." Su Mafu could not help but laugh. He did not hesitate and continued, "Fong Ping, this Jiao has a good relationship with you. It even came to visit you the last time. It was quite disappointed that it did not see you. Why don't you negotiate with it and let it leave?" Once Sky Gate City leaves, this Jiao will be an unstable factor. It is too close to us. The edge of the Jiao forest is 30 li, 15,000 meters away. With the Jiao's ability, it can reach Hope City in 15 seconds at its maximum speed. It's too dangerous. It is also a rank 8 monster. Monsters with lower intelligence are easier to deal with, but it is so cunning. It is no harder to deal with than a rank 9 monster. A cunning rank 8 monster crouched right in front of their house. The Magic City Catacombs was also having a headache. Fong Ping's face darkened. Who had a good relationship with that Jiao? Damn, how many times had he suffered at the hands of that Jiao? Since rank 3, he had been its cook every time he came in. The last time he was almost tricked by it, and it even came to visit him. Could it be that the fellow wanted him to be the bait to lure 2 rank 9s to let it swallow the ores? Before he could speak, Su Mafu continued, "Actually, the Jiao Forest is the best place to camp. If MCMU could camp in the Jiao Forest, it would be close to Sky Gate City and Hope City. We can advance and retreat. The Jiao Forest is a jungle area. The army would lose its greatest use at this time. Martial arts university instructors and students are more suitable to fight in this kind of environment. This way, individual strength will be maximized. If we really camp in the plains, Sky Gate City still has more than 100,000 troops. Once they launch an attack, you Grandmaster powerhouses will be entangled by them. There are many of them, and with some large weapons, you will easily be at a disadvantage. You have been to Sky Gate City. You should have seen some things. The catacomb cities still have weapons of mass destruction like energy cannons. Therefore, we must play to our strengths and avoid our weaknesses. Choose a good place to fight. Within a radius of a few hundred li, the most suitable place is the Jiao Forest. The second place is Wolfhead Mountain, but Wolfhead Mountain is too close to Monster Phoenix City. If Monster Phoenix City mobilizes troops during the battle, you will be surrounded. When that time comes, we will not be able to rescue you." Su Mafu had been guarding the Magic City Catacombs for many years. What he said was quite insightful. As soon as he said this, Fong Ping's head swelled. Camp in the Jiao Forest? Alright, this was indeed the best choice. The Jiao Forest covered Sky Gate City's south gate. It was very convenient for a surprise attack, very convenient to hide, and very convenient to escape. Sky Gate City's army would be seriously interfered with. If these military martial artists entered the Jiao Forest and started a war with MCMU, they would not be able to utilize the army's advantage. Their individual strength would be relatively weaker than the MCMU people. When that time came, unless the Jiao Forest was destroyed, MCMU would have the terrain advantage in a fight. However, the key problem was that it was the Jiao's lair. This monster was extremely slippery. Although its strength was rank 8, it was no less difficult to deal with than a rank 9. The key point was that this monster was evil and would even look for reinforcements. Under normal circumstances, monsters would fight to the death. Who would look for reinforcements when they were not even seriously injured? They had not even fought with Sky Gate City yet, and they would already be tricked by this monster. Did they not see that the 2 rank 9 martial artists from Sky Gate City were now being held up by it? Tianmu looked at Fong Ping and chuckled. Little Su is right. The Jiao Forest is indeed suitable to be your battleground. It may be easy for you, but it's the same for us. If we set up camp in the Jiao Forest, we can defend both flanks with peace of mind. However, if we set up camp somewhere else, it will be troublesome. At this point, the old man Tianmu was also a little gossipy. Aren't you on good terms with that Jiao? Why don't you go and ask? Fong Ping's expression changed, like a chameleon. Everyone says that I'm on good terms with the Jiao. This is my fault. I bragged a lot in the past. I even said that the Jiao gave him a rank 7 monster's corpse. Many people know about this. If we're not on good terms, why would they give you this? However, Fong Ping was speechless. I'm not a lady boy. I'm just cooperating with that guy on the basis of benefits. No, I'm the one being cooperated with. His strength was not as good as a demon's. In front of the Jiao, he was just a vitality supply. Seeing that Fong Ping did not say anything, Tian Mu continued. Otherwise, you can't get too close to Hope City. You can't set up camp within 30 li. The Jiao Forest is up ahead. You can only choose Wolfhead Mountain or the area near Monster Sunflower City. If that's the case, there will be a lot of changes. Once Monster Sunflower City or Monster Phoenix City's high-ranked reinforcements come out, they will arrive in an instant. In the Jiao Forest, even if the other party comes out, they will be discovered in advance and ready to deal with it. So, it has to be the Jiao Forest? The area around the grinder. There's no grinder. Su Mafu interrupted, saying helplessly, the grinder has already been covered by the Jiao Forest. Fong Ping was speechless. Previously, he had prepared to set up camp around the grinder. Just outside the Jiao Forest, there was actually a passageway there that could avoid the Jiao Forest and go straight to Skygate City. Now, it seemed that even if the grinder was still there, they would still have to go through the Jiao Forest. The Jiao, this monster, had planted so many trees that it had almost formed a jungle wall that spanned hundreds of li. Since the battle between Skygate City and Hope City had decreased, humans had shifted their target to fight Monster Sunflower City. The passageway between Skygate City and Skygate City had been covered. This was also related to the willpower of both sides. Skygate City was preparing to recuperate. Humans were not prepared to continue fighting Skygate City. After all, they still had to deal with Monster Sunflower City. Therefore, the Jiao's expansion was previously seen as a good thing by both sides. The Jiao seemed to know this too. Now, it had separated the two cities with the Jiao Forest in the middle. If they could not defeat Skygate City, they could still run to Hope City and lie low for a while. Their plan was sound. It has to be the Jiao Forest. Fong Ping sighed. The best place to set up camp was there. If that was the case, he had to make a trip to the Jiao Forest. If he did not convince the Jiao and set up camp there, the Jiao would go crazy if it felt that its territory was being invaded. MCMU was not necessarily stronger than Skygate City. If it attracted the hostility of a rank 8 monster, it would be even more troublesome. Thinking of this, Fong Ping said, "Then I'll go there now." At this point, Fong Ping suddenly said, "Brother Tian, keep an eye on it. That monster is not a good thing. If it attacks me, I'll run back immediately. Help me take care of it." The current Fong Ping should not be a match for the Jiao. That fellow was very strong. In the previous battle, it had killed the rank 8 hedgehog beast alone and swallowed it, increasing its strength again. After that, it had swallowed a lot of high-ranked energy ores in the underground mineral vein. Although it had just broken through to rank 8, its strength was really strong. It could even fight with a rank 9. The Skygate City Lord could suppress it, but could not kill it easily. Fong Ping dared not underestimate a monster that could kill a rank 8 powerhouse alone. It would be fine if it was a stupid monster, but a cunning one like the Jiao was really hard to deal with. Tian Mu nodded and said solemnly, "Be careful. If anything goes wrong, retreat immediately. Although it's not good for us to take the initiative to kill it, if it takes the initiative to attack us, then we can directly kill it. This is also a disaster. At that time, the 100 Beast Forest would have nothing to say. We aren't afraid of the 100 Beast Forest. We just don't want to start a war so easily." "I know." Fong Ping nodded. There were only 3 days left until MCMAU entered the catacombs. If they didn't solve the problem of the encampment, then they could only choose those bad places, which would increase the number of casualties. "Jiao, oh Jiao, the first demonic beast I saw was you. And the first time I saw you, I saw a rank 8 demonic beast. This is quite a rare sight. It's fine if you cooperate obediently. If you don't, I'll roast you sooner or later." Fong Ping made up his mind. Once Sky Gate City was done for, only Jiao was left. When that time came, although the 100 Beast Forest was still there, Fong Ping felt that it was not impossible to communicate with a rank 9 monster. That fellow was a demon, after all. He had killed the 100 Beast Forest Gatekeeper monster. This was a big deal. I'm going. Having said that, Fong Ping retracted his aura and flew toward the Jiao's forest. He was so close to Sky Gate City. If he did not conceal his aura, it would be easy for a rank 9 to sense him. That would be troublesome. Genius 1 second to remember this site's address. Mobile version M. Chapter 613. The Jiao's Forest. The empty space in the middle. The shining golden Jiao was like a hunting dog. Even though there were countless trees between them, its gaze was fixed in the direction of Sky Gate City. Its life, or was about to fly away. The Jiao was very sad. It couldn't beat the two of them, but it couldn't keep pestering them either. The 100 Beast Forest was probably going to send demons over soon. If this continued, without the protection of the 100 Beast Forest, those two fellows would really kill it. Just as Jiao was lying on the ground, staring towards the north, its big nose suddenly twitched and it turned its head to look behind it. A moment later, a figure appeared in front of the open space in the center. Long time no see, King Jiao. Fong Ping was all smiles, but the Jiao stared at him for a while. She had been silently moved to his side. Chef had become stronger. No, he was much stronger. In the past, even though Chef had performed to hide his aura the last time, it did not feel threatened at all. That fellow was so stupid that he could not break its defense, even if he used a divine weapon to cut it. But this time, the Jiao sensed danger. It wasn't that Chef was strong enough to kill it, but it felt that being able to sneak up on it so silently, if he had any big moves, it would be a huge threat to it. The Jiao stared at Fong Ping for a while. After a while, its huge golden eyes swiveled, its huge head swayed, and it nodded in the direction of Sky Gate City. Fong Ping chuckled. King Jiao, there's no rush in robbing the mine. There are still 2 rank 9s over there. It's too dangerous. Even if they managed to snatch it away, it would be very difficult to take it away. If they were not careful, they would lose their lives. It was not easy for the Jiao King to cultivate to this level. If I were to lose my life here, it would be such a waste. I didn't even get to be the king of the Forbidden Lands. I didn't even get to go to the Forbidden Lands. There are countless female demon beasts at the Royal Sea Mountain waiting for my king's favor. Roar! The Jiao was furious. It let out a roar to express its dissatisfaction. Chef seemed to be very arrogant this time. In the past, he would bow when he saw her, but now he actually stood up straight and spoke to her. Fong Ping cursed in his heart. Angry my ass. Do you think I'm the same as before? Do you think you can kill me with your breath? Do you think you're so awesome? I can't be bothered to deal with you. There are at least 2 people in MCMAU who can kill you now. What are you still showing off for? Of course, scolding was just scolding. For the sake of the bigger picture, he had to endure the humiliation. Fong Ping smiled obsequiously and coughed softly. Don't be angry, King Jiao. I'm here this time to help you solve your problems. As he said that, Fong Ping shot a bit of vitality at random. The Jiao did not swallow it this time. It sensed it for a while before swallowing it. Fong Ping was so angry that he almost laughed. F***CK, are you afraid that I will poison you? Would a poison that could kill a rank 8 be used on you? Fong Ping did not care about the vitality consumption now. As he fed his vitality, he pondered how to speak. In the end, just as he was about to speak, the Jiao's golden horns suddenly glowed with the power of heaven and earth. The meaning was clear. He didn't need to consume blood and qi anymore. He needed to consume the power of heaven and earth. Damn it. I'm going to stew you big dogs sooner or later. How dare you be so picky about what you eat and drink for free? You even want heaven and earth energy. Fong Ping continued to curse in his heart. The current him could produce heaven and earth energy under mentality-vitality fusion. It was not impossible. After scolding for a while, Fong Ping's hand glowed with heaven and earth energy and shot it at the Jiao. The Jiao swallowed it in one gulp. Its giant head swayed continuously, looking extremely satisfied. Then, it opened its mouth wide and nodded at Fong Ping, indicating that he could continue speaking and continue feeding it. No wonder the Dragon King slaughtered his mount. Who can afford to keep it? Fong Ping finally understood why human powerhouses did not want to tame mounts. It was really hard to keep them. If they let them hunt on their own, they might not be able to return. If they fed their own mounts like the Jiao, consuming heaven and earth energy, then everyone could forget about cultivation and just feed their mounts. It would be better to slaughter them and get a divine weapon. It was more cost-effective. Thoughts aside, Fong Ping smiled as he fed Jiao. King Jiao, you want to seize the mine, right? Roar! I understand. What's yours will definitely be yours. Fong Ping nodded and chuckled. What I mean is it's too difficult. 2 rank 9 martial artists are guarding this mine now. In the past, we humans were still at war with Sky Gate City and could still hold them back. But now they're not fighting anymore. We're not strong enough, so we won't continue to hold them back. Now, if we want to take the mine, we can only fight and kill 2 rank 9s to get it. But 2 rank 9s, it's too difficult. Fong Ping shook his head and sighed. Unless the King Jiao can summon 4 or 5 rank 9 Beast Kings from 100 Beast Forest to help. Otherwise, there's no chance. The Jiao's huge eyes showed dissatisfaction. Nonsense. If he could summon them, he would have done so long ago. The point was, even if he did summon them, would he still get any benefits after killing that Dumbwood and the City Lord? Fong Ping saw this and continued to feed it. He said softly, but it's not like there's no hope at all. Fong Ping's eyes were bright. The King Jiao has saved me a few times. We resurrected martial artists are very grateful. Do you understand what I mean? You've given me benefits, so I have to give you benefits too. Humans don't want to start a war with Sky Gate City now, but I'm also a lord in the human world. Roar! The Jiao was furious again. Was he trying to trick a demon? It's true. I'm indeed a lord in the human world. I have a paragon, the ancestors of the true king realm. When I was weak, the ancestors of the true king realm looked down on me, so they could only let me train alone. But I'm strong now, and I've made a name for myself in the human world. The ancestors of the true king realm have taken a liking to me. So, the ancestors gave me some power, and I have some people under me now. The Jiao did not roar this time. Fong Ping smiled. So, if the King Jiao really wants to snatch the mine, I can help. But, Fong Ping frowned. War can't be started so easily. Although you've saved my life a few times, you can't let the humans sink into the mire of war just for me. The Jiao stared at him, as if thinking about something. Fong Ping said again, if you can give us some benefits as a hiring fee, and the benefits are big enough, we can intervene in this matter. Even if war breaks out, it doesn't matter. My ancestor is a true monarch, so I'm not afraid of such things. Of course, you'll have to fight a rank 9 all by yourself. I don't know if you could do it. Otherwise, 2 rank 9s are too difficult to deal with. The Jiao shook its huge head and roared, revealing a questioning look. Fong Ping chuckled. I don't need too many benefits. I just need to get rid of the Skygate tree. It's best if I can get rid of it in one piece. If you take the giant ore, we'll take the monster plant's carcass. After all, the giant ore is very important to the catacombs. If we take it, something bad might happen. However, if the rank 9 monster plant was destroyed, then it would not be a problem to take it away. You're from the 100 Beast Forest, so I'm sure you know about this, right? Sly nodded his head. That's right. It could take away the giant mine, but the land of rebirth martial artists could not. Because the huge mine originally belonged to the demon race. The huge mine here belonged to the silly wood, so there was nothing wrong with him killing the silly wood and replacing it. However, if a martial artist from the land of rebirth wanted to take it away, a true king would intervene. As a monster beast in a forbidden land, it knew about this information. Chef wanted the silly wood's carcass. The Jiao stared at him for a while. It would be very difficult. Robbing the mine and killing a king were 2 different concepts. Fong Ping said, You're the king of a clan after all. Don't you have some friends and relatives? You bring your friends and relatives. As long as you can keep the Sky Gate City Lord occupied, I'll bring my people to kill the Sky Gate tree. After we kill the Sky Gate tree, I'll send people to help you and kill the Sky Gate City Lord. Otherwise, even if you take away the giant mine, I think he'll take revenge sooner or later. Who can tolerate this? If you lose the giant mine, the Sky Gate City Lord will be in big trouble. In order to get out of trouble, he'll fight you to the death. Therefore, if you want to rob the mine, you must kill. Only by killing them can you solve the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Friends and relatives? The Jiao's huge head continued to sway. If I bring the demons and keep the city lord occupied, Chef can kill the Sillywood? After killing the Sillywood, I take the mine, and he takes the Sillywood's carcass? But if he can kill the Sillywood, doesn't that mean? The Jiao was still thinking. Fong Ping said softly, this actually has some difficulties. After we kill the Sky Gate tree, I won't admit that I did it. Of course, the catacombs humans will definitely find out. So, when that time comes, King Jiao will have to step forward and say that you invited us to help you kill it. I don't know if King Jiao can do this. If he can't, then I'll have to think about whether it's worth it. For a rank 9 monster plant, I'll completely fall out with the catacombs powerhouses. When that time comes, even if my ancestor is a true king, humans have more than one true king. I might be thrown out as a sacrificial pawn. I'm only here to say this because King Jiao has saved my life a few times. King Jiao. After this, if the Forbidden Lands can step forward and say that they'll take responsibility for this, then I'll do it even if I suffer a great loss. Skygate City and we have a deep grudge. Killing them is still beneficial to humans. But if the Forbidden Lands don't take responsibility, then I can't do it. Although the Jiao did not really understand, it got the gist of it. It suddenly felt dizzy. 100 Beast Forest had to take responsibility? If that was the case, Chef would not dare to stab it. That was a good thing. But if they killed a city lord and killed the dumb wood, the Forbidden Lands would not be able to take responsibility. How about they first hoodwink and agree? Then when they really got the huge mine, why would they care about Chef's life? When the time came and Chef was killed by the catacombs' true king, they might even get the dumb wood's body. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The Jiao's big head spun wildly. Taking responsibility was impossible. But if Chef really had some strength, it would not be a problem for him to help it snatch the mine. After snatching the mine, who cares if he dies? So, the Jiao thought for a while and nodded wildly. No problem. The Forbidden Lands will take responsibility. You'll just be responsible for killing. As for the consequences, I'll take responsibility. Fong Ping looked doubtful. King Jiao, are you sure the Forbidden Lands can take responsibility? Why don't you go back to 100 Beast Forest and ask? Roar! The Jiao was furious. It roared. You don't believe me? Then it's a deal. You'll be responsible for keeping the Sky Gate City Lord busy. Otherwise, I won't be able to take care of the 2 rank 9 powerhouses. This time, the Jiao was in a difficult position. It was not that easy to keep a rank 9 occupied. It was not weak. If it went all out, although it could keep the Monsterwood City Lord busy, it could be easily killed by the Monsterwood City Lord with the divine weapon. It would be best if it could find a few strong rank 8 monsters to help, or a rank 9 Demon King. Forget about the rank 9 Demon King. It might not be able to get rid of it in the end. Then it could only find the rank 8 demons. In 100 Beast Forest, there were 2 rank 8 demons who were on good terms with it. At most, it would give them some of the mine in the end. In the 10,000 Ants Desert, the big ant was on good terms with it too. However, if it looked for the demons in the 10,000 Ants Desert, it would be easy for the 10,000 Ants Desert to target its harvest. Including itself, could 3 rank 8 demons hold off the Monsterwood City Lord with the divine weapon? The Jiao was still thinking about this, when it sensed another wave of energy coming from the direction of Sky Gate City. Its big eyes suddenly widened. Trying to run again? If it ran, it would no longer be its territory. Other than here, it had no ability to go to other places to snatch the Life Giant Mine. If it wanted to enter the King Realm, it would take years and months. The Jiao looked at Fong Ping abruptly and growled for a while. Fong Ping felt a burst of contempt. Stupid big dog. Look, it believed it just like that. Monsters were monsters. No matter how cunning they were, They still had to drink the water that Fong Ping washed his feet with. Thinking of this, Fong Ping felt a little awkward. Don't leave after snatching the mine. In fact, you can't take it with you. You have to kill the 2 rank 9 martial artists to have time to digest the giant mine. My king, you understand this too. Besides, there are many high-rank martial artists in Skygate City. These people are also a hindrance. If I really make a move this time, then I'll have to pay too much. How about this? We might as well take down Skygate City. You take the giant mine, and the rest belongs to me. Only then will I feel that it's not a loss. Otherwise, the loss will be too great, and I won't be able to bear it. Also, you can only take the life mine in the core area. The periphery will all belong to me. Roar. If you don't agree, then there's no other way. You should repay the kindness of saving your life, but everything has its value. You just want to break through rank 9 anyway. Those low-ranked mines in the periphery are of no use to you. Can't you accept this? If that's the case, I can only say sorry. If I can get the mines in the periphery, then it's worth it. The Jiao expressed its dissatisfaction again. Then it quickly nodded, indicating that it agreed. Are you sure you can hold off the Skygate City Master? Roar. I just don't feel at ease. Tell me, how many demons can you invite to help? At least let me know. If I think it's possible, then within 3 days I'll bring my people and enter the Jiao's forest. It's better to do it sooner than later. If we wait any longer, they'll run away. If they run away, we'll be far away from Skygate City. We can't cross realms to fight, or we won't be able to hold on. Roar. The Jiao's roars did not stop. Very quickly, it used its mentality to conjure 2 shining golden monsters. Although it did not have a specific appearance, Fong Ping knew that they were probably rank bait. 2 rank 8 monsters, plus the Jiao. Fong Ping asked doubtfully, 3 rank 8 monsters can hold off the Skygate City Master? Back then, he used a divine weapon to suppress 2 rank 9 Beast Kings. The Jiao was very annoyed. I can only invite these 2. What do you want me to do? Fong Ping gritted his teeth and said, if that's the case, why don't you call all your descendants over? I'll also invite some powerhouses to help. This way, there's strength in numbers. We can destroy Skygate City and distract the Skygate City Master. I've long been annoyed with Skygate City. They actually dared to hunt me down. I must avenge them. Also, I'll call my elder ancestor here to guard Mount Royal Sea and block the restricted area's true king. We're fighting at the same level anyway. As long as we don't take away the giant mine, the catacombs' true king won't have the guts to fight with my elder ancestor. This way, our safety will be greatly increased. The Jiao's huge head shook. So awesome. Even a true king was invited? Chef seemed to have some status in the land of rebirth. Was he really a true king's descendant? At this moment, Fong Ping's body exuded some aura. The Jiao's eyes widened. So fast. It was not sure before, but now it was. He had actually reached commander level, and he even had an immortal body. Also, was that the aura of a divine weapon? It was very powerful. How long had it been? To the Jiao, it was just a matter of a few days. From the first time it met Chef, it was not worth mentioning. To the demon race, it had only been a little more than a year. It was really nothing. The true king's descendant. Powerful indeed. The Jiao was secretly glad that it did not kill him back then. Otherwise, the true king would not have killed it, right? Now it was all right. This fellow had a background in power, and he was even willing to wage war with Monsterwood City. After killing the silly tree and the Monsterwood City master, he would digest the giant mine and become a master. Fong Ping, on the other hand, seemed oblivious. He continued, in 3 days my people will come. I hope King Jiao can hurry up, or else the other party will really leave. After this, I'll repay you for saving my life. Fong Ping said solemnly, from now on, if the king attacks human martial artists, I won't be lenient. Also, after destroying Skygate City, the king digests the giant mine and advances to rank 9. Then you must leave this place. This place is too close to Hope City. Whether you go to the restricted area or other places, or the restricted area or the Forbidden Sea, it won't be a problem. But the Jiao's forest must be abandoned. The Jiao's big head shook, calculating for a while, then nodded indifferently. If it really reached rank 9, it would not care about this place anymore. It was just that it could not bear to part with it. It had stayed here for many years. Chef was right, though. If Monsterwood City was really done for, then the martial artist from the Land of Rebirth would not let it stay here. I'll leave then. Right, before I leave, may I ask if the king doesn't know how to communicate with mentality? Roar! The Jiao suddenly flew into a rage. After roaring for a while, Fong Ping's head hurt from the roars. He made some guesses and deduced that the Jiao was bragging. Anyway, it was basically saying that it knew how to communicate, but it did not care to communicate with lower races. In short, the King Jiao would not communicate with Fong Ping's mentality. It could only roar. Whether or not it understood, it was Fong Ping's problem. Stupid dog. It definitely doesn't communicate with mentality. Or else, there's a barrier to communicating with mentality. Fong Ping felt that his judgment should not be wrong. The catacombs demons did not communicate with humans. They did communicate with the catacombs martial artists, but it was very little. Under normal circumstances, they used roars instead. On the other hand, they would communicate with the guardian demons using mentality. Done. Pack up. I don't know if this big dog can really bring 2 monsters over to help. Even if they really come, I still have to consider if they will betray us. Letting the Jiao invite monsters to help might not be a good thing. The demon's attitude was uncertain. These outland demons seemed to belong to the 10,000 demon royal court. It was hard to say if they would betray us during the big battle. Of course, the Jiao probably would not. This fellow had been eyeing the giant mine for too long. Still, he had to be on guard. Also, if he really killed 2 rank 9s after this, the giant mine that the Jiao wanted, how could it give it? Fong Ping calculated in his heart. If he really killed 2 rank 9s and killed 3 rank 8 monsters along the way, would there be any problems? But I don't have to worry. When that time comes, let old Zhang come to collect the mine. If the Jiao dares to snatch it, I'll smack it to death. Fong Ping was relieved. If the Jiao dared to snatch the mine, he did not have to do anything. Old Zhang could kill it. With a plan in mind, Fong Ping's smile widened. He said, King Jiao, then I'll go back first. If this cooperation goes well, there will be more opportunities next time. The bounded domain, the battlefield of kings, the restricted areas, I've been to all of them. There are too many good things. If you want to become a true king, you can't do it in the Outland. It's in these places that I can break through to rank 7 quickly. I'm almost rank 8. In the entire catacombs, you're the only one who has a relationship with me. I hope we can continue working together. The Jiao's eyes widened. The bounded domain? The battlefield of kings? The restricted area? It had never been there, but it had heard of it. No wonder Chef improved so quickly. He went to those good places. At this moment, the Jiao was sure that the descendants of a true king had more opportunities than the Outland demons. The Jiao's attitude softened. It nodded its head reservedly. More cooperation in the future. It could not go to those places. But with a descendant of a true king leading it, it was hard to say. It was not easy to meet a descendant of a true king in the Outland. However, the other party was a martial artist from the Land of Rebirth. Forget it, who cares? The restricted areas did not declare war with the Land of Rebirth. The royal court of the restricted area did not either. Even if there was, nothing could compare to the improvement of its own strength. After watching Chef leave, the Jiao stood up. It shook its body and roared at Sky Gate City. Wait for death. Wait for it. The next moment, the Jiao flew toward 100 Beast Forest. It would find its brothers to fight them. If it reached the king's territory this time, it would establish its own restricted area. Last time, 100 Beast Forest used its own kind to threaten it. When it became a king and had its own territory, 100 Beast Forest would not dare to declare war on it. Now 100 Beast Forest still had to negotiate with the people from the restricted area. Did they consider its feelings? As for the fact that the other party could not transport the giant or of life away, it was not worried. At the same time, Fong Ping returned to Hope City. Seeing Tian Mu and the others looking at him, he said casually, the Jiao agreed to let us set up camp. It also invited monsters to help me attack Skygate City. Including it, there are 3 rank 8 monsters. That fellow also wanted to invite rank 9 monsters, but I didn't agree. If I go back on my word, there will be problems. Everyone was stunned. Even rank 9 Tianmu was stunned. There was such a thing? Asking the demons to help attack the city? And it was voluntary. He also sensed the Jiao's departure. Could it be that it went to invite the demons to help? Tianmu felt a little dizzy. Beside him, Su Mafu and the others also felt a little dizzy. This was the first time in the history of mankind. Since when could humans command the demons? The other party actually went to ask for help. Even those rank 9 powerhouses who subdued mounts could betray them at any time. Asking for help was more or less enough to kill you. Fong Ping continued, "Of course, it's hard to guess what the demons are thinking, so we still have to be careful. Senior Tian, during the battle, the other party promised to help us hold off Sky Gate City's lord. If these monsters betray us, you can directly deal with them. The minister said that you and the others can't do anything, but that's only for Skygate City. The demons are not included. The demons attacked us first. You must stop them in time." At this time, Tianmu also understood the seriousness of the matter. 3 rank 8 monsters would not be weak, comparable to a rank 9. If they really helped MCMU would receive unexpected help this time. However, if they betrayed them, then MCMU would be in big trouble. This matter must be taken seriously. Fong Ping, you must not be careless. Although the Jiao is good friends with you, the Jiao is still only a rank bait. In the Forbidden Land, it may not have much say. Fong Ping nodded. I understand. I will make this clear to everyone. We cannot be careless. However, we can't refuse. If they really help us, those 3 rank 8 monsters are enough to change the whole situation. Everyone nodded. Monsters were strong. If 3 rank 8 monsters came at once, even Wu Quishan could put up a fight. Everyone was also extremely impressed by Fong Ping. It was really an eye-opener. What did this mean? At first, they thought that MCMU might not win this time, but now, if the 3 monsters really helped them, then the chances of winning were too high. Fong Ping had such a wide circle of friends that he even made friends with the demons. His social skills were indescribable. Fong Ping smiled without saying a word, appearing inscrutable. Look, now even the rank 9 Tianmu was impressed by him. When he was a person to this extent, his charisma was really irresistible. After pretending to be 13 for a while, Fong Ping did not stay any longer. He said, Brother Tian, General Su, I'll go back and make arrangements. I'll leave Monster Sunflower City and Monster Phoenix City to you. Tianmu laughed. If MCMU really destroys Skygate City, then that will be a great achievement. I'm restricted. If I knew that MCMU was going to war, I would never have broken through. What a pity. Slaughtering this group of people from Skygate City will intimidate these forces in Monster Sunflower City. I'd like to see if they dare to continue. Fong Ping said a few polite words and quickly left the catacombs. Watching him leave, Su Mafu said with some emotion, This General Fong is really surprising. Since rank 3, he has always surprised me. In this life, my biggest dream is to stop Skygate City's invasion. But he has only entered the catacombs a few times. He actually wants to destroy Skygate City. This is unbelievable. He was in disbelief. He had been guarding Magic City's catacombs for many years. In the past, his biggest wish was to be able to stop Skygate City and guard the passageway. However, every time Fong Ping entered the catacombs, the situation changed once. When he entered the catacombs last time, Skygate City was forced to migrate. Although it was related to those old grandmasters, if Fong Ping did not disrupt the situation, force the other party to reveal their divine weapons, and destroy a small part of Skygate City, the other party would not migrate so quickly. They would not even migrate, waiting for the final battle to come. Thinking of this, Su Mafu did not know what to feel. Would the enemy of his life, the enemy that he had fought for decades, be destroyed in Fong Ping's hands in the end? Genius in a second. Remember this site's address. Mobile version, M. Chapter 614. McMao. Field 1. Kill. War cries filled the air. People from the military department were doing the final phase of assault training. Fong Ping's figure flashed and appeared on the rooftop of a teaching block near the field. A moment later, Tang Feng's figure appeared. Fong Ping looked at the people who were still fighting on the field and said softly, "Instructor, are you sure you want to bring Tang Wen?" Tang Feng said calmly, "Is she rank 1? This time, rank 2 and above martial artists had to go to the catacombs. On the school side, only 120 instructors and less than 1,000 rank 1 martial artists would stay behind to guard the school. This was MCMU's worst-case scenario. Tang Wen had already entered rank 3, so naturally, she was not included. Fong Ping's gaze swept around and said slowly, "If you fight, your daughter has the privilege to do so. No need." Tang Feng also glanced at his daughter, who was still training on the field, and smiled. "Whether Wen is my daughter or not, she is a rank 3 martial artist, so she should fight in the catacombs. It's all because of you. Otherwise, the school would have let rank 2 martial artists train in the catacombs as early as last year. Wen has reached rank 3, but she is yet to fight with catacombs martial artists. In my opinion, this is not a good thing. This time, it's actually an opportunity for everyone." As he said that, Tang Feng looked at Fong Ping and said, "Martial artists rise through fighting and break through in fighting. How can a powerhouse be produced if one only cultivates hard? In the past year or so, the school has developed very quickly. But have you noticed? Because the number of times going to the catacombs has decreased, there is no shortage of resources, and the 3 lower ranks martial artists have progressed very quickly. However, some of the older instructors have not improved as expected. Based on the past situation, with so many resources and benefits, there will definitely be martial artists who will have a big breakthrough. In the past, people like Dean Luo and Dean Zhang would have broken through to rank 7 if they had the conditions now. But now, they have it. There's still mentality-vitality fusion." Tang Feng said slowly, "Dean Luo and the rest don't lack courage and fighting experience, but I have to say that in the past year, they are not as hardworking as before. In the past, they went to the catacombs with a clear goal. They would not leave the catacombs without seizing a large amount of resources and returning to the school. However, in the past year, the number of times he went down to the catacombs had decreased. The time he stayed was shorter, and the resources he obtained had actually decreased as well. The school can't rely on you alone. Even if you don't lack resources now, you can't use them all at once. You still have to fight. Besides, it was necessary to wipe out these catacombs martial artists. Even though there will be some casualties in this battle with Skygate City, there will definitely be a group of people who will reap great rewards and baptize themselves." Fong Ping nodded slightly. Tang Feng continued, "That's why you don't have to think too much. Fong Ping, I realize that you've been thinking too much this time. You don't have to think that everything is foolproof. When you enter the catacombs to fight, even if you're at the pinnacle, there's no guarantee that you'll be absolutely safe." Fong Ping smiled. "It's a little stressful. Please understand, teacher." Yes, there was pressure. The pressure was not just a little big, it was very big. Nearly 1,000 instructors and more than 4,000 students. More than 5,000 people. There were friends, classmates, teachers. He had arrived in this familiar, yet strange world on the eve of Gaokao. In the past 2 years, other than a few months in Sun City, he had spent the remaining 2 years in MCMAU. MCMAU had become his second home. How could Fong Ping not feel pressured when thousands of lives were at stake? This battle was said to be led by the rank 9 Wu Quishan, but in reality, it was Fong Ping who had suggested it. If he had not mentioned it, Wu Quishan might not have mentioned it even if he was eager for revenge. As they spoke, Wu Quishan and the others appeared. Wu Quishan said, "It's normal to feel pressured. Don't let it affect yourself. Has the encampment been confirmed?" "It's confirmed. Zhao's forest." Wu Quishan and the others looked at Fong Ping. Fong Ping gave a brief explanation and said quickly, "This is a good thing. Fighting in Zhao's forest is better than fighting in the wilderness." "Won't the monsters attack us?" "Zhao is very smart. It won't do such a thing. At least before we take over the giant mine, Jiao won't turn against us. It has already offended Sky Gate City. If it turns against us, it won't be able to bear the consequences." As he said that, Fong Ping added, "If Jiao really brought 2 rank 8 monsters, they can hold the Sky Gate City Lord back. Vice-Chancellor, this is our chance." Fong Ping's eyes lit up. He said slowly, "Before this, I was still thinking that if you and Instructor Lee each take on a rank 9, it won't be a problem to hold the other party back. If you want to kill the other party, it'll be difficult. Too difficult. However, if the Sky Gate City Lord, a rank 9 with a divine weapon, is held back, you and Instructor Lee, you have a divine weapon and can suppress the Sky Gate tree. Instructor Lee, on the other hand, will wait for an opportunity to slash. Even if you can't kill the Sky Gate tree in a second, you can still severely injure it. When that time comes, the Vice-Chancellor will deal the finishing blow, and the Sky Gate tree will definitely die. It's best if you can kill the other party in a second, seize its life essence, and obtain the complete rank 9 monster plant remains. Instructor Lee doesn't have a rank 9 aura, so the other party may not care about you. Instructor will choose to hide from the start. It's fine if you don't use your sword, but when you do, you'll definitely kill. This way, after you kill the other party, it'll be much easier to join forces to deal with the Sky Gate City Lord." Old man Lee frowned slightly. "So, you're not going to let me fight in the beginning?" "Yes. Who's going to deal with the Sky Gate City rank 8? I'll do it." These words were not said by Fong Ping. In the next moment, Chen Yaoding came walking in the air, saying mildly, "Leave the Sky Gate City rank 8 to me." Fong Ping saw Chen Yaoding and frowned slightly. Wu Quishan had noticed him long ago, so he was not surprised. Instead, he said calmly, "You're the only high rank in SCMEU, and also the family head of the Chen family. You have a family to feed you. Are you sure you want to come?" Chen Yaoding glanced at Fong Ping and said, "I'll help. The price is not low. 10 caddies of life essence." Having said that, Chen Yaoding said again, "Give it to me." Fong Ping saw that he was looking at him with a blank expression. "Give me the loan slips." Chen Yaoding let out a light humph. "I, Chen Yaoding, have never owed a debt in my life. I'm old now, so I won't. This battle is not for a favor, nor is it for anything else. It's just a deal. Fight once, regardless of life or death, and all debts will be written off." Fong Ping did not say anything. In his hand appeared a bunch of loan slips. After searching for a while, he finally found one and shattered it. Everyone else's eyelids twitched as they watched. This kid, how many loan slips had he collected? At this time, Fong Ping took back the loan slips and said seriously, "Old Chun, when I gave away the life essence, I never thought of getting it back. This battle is very dangerous. Not only Sky Gate City's rank 8, but Monster Sunflower City's rank 8 might also help." "I know." Chen Yaoding was no stranger to this. He said, "This battle, according to MCMEU's current scale, and with my help, Sky Gate City itself has 2 rank 9s, 1 rank 8s, and 3 rank 7s. From Sky Gate City's perspective, MCMEU has 1 rank 9s, 2 rank 8s, and 5 rank 7s. Yao Qingjun will help. That's 6 rank 7s. Chen Yaoding was not surprised. He continued, "For safety reasons, Sky Gate City might invite 2 rank 8s and 6 to 7 rank 7s to help. This is also the limit. Monster Sunflower City won't turn out in full force." Fong Ping nodded. "I know about Monster Sunflower City. 3 rank 8s and 14 rank 7s. The probability of them sending half of their forces to help is not high. It's more likely to be a rank 8. Of course, prepare for the worst." "According to what you said, that would be 3 rank 8s. Fong Ping had not finished speaking when Chen Yaoding suddenly looked at him and said, "Since you advocated for war before, didn't you prepare it all?" Zhao was an unexpected factor. Since Fong Ping dared to talk about war before, he must have some confidence. Fong Ping saw that Wu Quishan and the rest were also looking at him. He smiled and said, "A little. My original idea was that we don't invite anyone to help. With this group of people, Sky Gate City will probably invite some rank 7 martial artists to help. Rank 8 might not be invited. Of course, if they do, they will only invite one person at most. Including Skygate City, that will be 2 people. I will hold one of them back. Old Liu, Vice-Chancellor Huang, and Instructor Tang will hold the other one back. Vice-Chancellor will suffer a little and hold the 2 rank 9s first. Instructor Li will be flexible and look for an opportunity to kill his opponent. What about the rank 7? Yao Qingjun, Wang Jinyang, and Li Hansong. Fang Ping did not hesitate and said immediately. Ironhead and the rest donated their divine weapons and received a few stalks of dark moon grass. Now that they have mentality-vitality fusion and consumed the dark moon grass, they have a high chance of advancing to rank 7. Once they enter rank 7, even if the 3 of them can't kill those rank 7s, they will be able to hold a large number of them back. When that time comes, it will depend on who dies first. The combat strength will reach a temporary balance. As long as one side pulls out their manpower, they will have a chance to win. Of course, this way, the probability of luck is higher. But it's not really luck. The Catacombs powerhouses are not as united as us, especially Monster Sunflower City. They are not on the same side as Skygate City. My idea is that when it comes to a critical moment, Instructor Li will not deal with the rank 9, but kill the Monster Sunflower City rank 8 who will help. This way, the Monster Sunflower City rank 7 martial artists might escape. The probability is very high. When that time comes, everyone will pull out their hands. First, kill the Skygate City rank 7, then surround and kill the rank 8. This way, the possibility of the 2 rank 9s escaping in the end is very high. But if they really escape, then forget it. At least we can annihilate the others in Skygate City. In the beginning, I didn't really have the intention to make the 2 rank 9s stay. Qin Yaoting's eyes flickered when he heard that. So, now you want to make the 2 of them stay? According to Fang Ping's previous plan, although it was not as fast as changes, it might not go as he expected. However, if Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong really broke through and had the ability to hold back many rank 7s, then the probability of Fang Ping killing the Skygate City rank 7 and rank 8 martial artists was still quite high. Rank 9s, however, would be difficult. Once Old Man Li used the first sword, he might not be able to use the second sword. Even if he could, the rank 9s were not idiots. They would not give you a second chance. When that time came, even if the 2 rank 9s were besieged and could not win, they could still escape calmly. But now, did Fang Ping really want to make the 2 of them stay? Yes. Zhao's appearance was an accident, but if this accident is used well, then there's hope of changing the entire battle situation. Fang Ping said with a smile, Skygate City has 2 rank 9s now, and they still need to invite rank 7s to help. In their eyes, their strength far surpasses ours. Actually, even if they don't invite the people from Monster Sunflower City to help, in their eyes, Skygate City's strength is not weaker than ours. A rank 9 is enough to take on all the high ranks except the Vice-Chancellor. If the other party is a little arrogant, it's possible that Skygate City's original team will fight. Of course, I'm afraid King Huai will not give us this opportunity. After all, Magic City Catacombs is not King Huai's territory. It's still hard to say how many people from Monster Sunflower City will come to help. As for the specifics, we'll only know when we enter the catacombs. Qin Yaoting nodded, then smiled and said, according to what you said, then it's not a problem. I'll fight, and I'll pay my debt, and it'll be easy. But, do you really think you can block a rank 8? Not necessarily, but I'm afraid the other party won't be able to kill me easily. Fang Ping said with a smile, the rank 8 in Skygate City is not too powerful, not the top-notch kind. The truly powerful ones have already died in battle. That's why I have this plan. Rank 8 powerhouses were all known as Golden Body powerhouses, but there were also strong and weak Golden Body powerhouses. Some had forged their Golden Bodies for many years, some had just entered rank 8, and some did not have very scary Golden Body strength. Fang Ping admitted that he could not defeat a rank 8, but using combat techniques to trap the other party and entangle him for a while was not a big problem. These few days, Fang Ping had also been continuously solidifying his core materialization. In the past, he had always been self-destructing, and his core had collapsed. Fong Ping also did not have the intention to solidify too strong. However, since Nin Yunyue and the others pointed out his flaws, Fong Ping did not think about self-destructing anymore. Recently, he had been pursuing making the materialization more solid, more powerful. When other people's mentality was depleted, they would need a long time to recover. Fong Ping's speed of solidification in a day was comparable to a regular rank 7 in a year. That was really a year. For a middle stage rank 7 like Huang Jing, solidifying a materialization for a year would exhaust his mentality at most 100 times, which meant that he would consume 200,000 hertz of mentality in a year. For Fong Ping, 200,000 hertz of mentality was only 200,000 wealth points. Spending 1 million wealth points would be equivalent to old Huang's 5 years of work without sleep or rest. Fong Ping needed time to solidify the materialization. He could not achieve consuming 1 million wealth points in a day, but 200,000 points in a day was still achievable. After the Grandmaster Banquet ended on the 8th of August, Fong Ping had been doing this, although it was not 24/7. However, at this moment, the degree of solidification of his core materialization, if Nin Yunyue and the others saw it, would probably drop their jaws in shock. Seeing that he was confident, Chen Yaoding did not ask further. He looked at Wu Quishan and the others and said, "I will assist in battle. I will not be a burden to MCMAU. If there is a rank 8 in Monster Sunflower City, then leave the 2 rank 8s to me. If there are 2 or 3 rank 8s, then Fong Ping, you will be responsible for 1. Fong Ping looked at Old Chun, a little surprised. Bragging? You have just entered rank 8 not long ago, yet you are so confident? Chen Yaoding was a little annoyed by his stare. He snorted coldly and said, "What? Don't believe me? When I was rank 7, I had fought with a rank 8 before, and I was not at a disadvantage. Do you really think that I am the first rank 7 for nothing? It was not like anyone who reached peak rank 7 could become the first rank 7. He was still the first rank 7 in the world. There were many rank 7 martial artists in the world, and many of them were at peak. Many of them were only 1 step away from rank 8, and they also had divine weapons. But they were still not as good as him. Realm was not the only factor in determining combat strength. Until now, he was the only Grandmaster in SCMAU. To be able to bring SCMAU into the ranks of the top 10 elite schools, Chen Yaoding's reputation was evident. Fong Ping laughed dryly. He thought for a while and said, "Old Chun, what rank is your divine weapon?" "Peak rank 7, as he said that, seeing that Fong Ping was about to speak, Chen Yaoding waved his hand and said, "You don't have to give me a rank 8 divine weapon. Your rank 8 might not be better than mine. I have cultivated this divine weapon from early stage rank 7 to peak, and it took me decades. Now that I am not too far away from rank 8, I can also unleash its full potential in my hands. A divine weapon was not really powerful just because its rank was high. It also depended on the user, as well as the user's mastery and compatibility with the divine weapon. The consumption of a rank 7 divine weapon was less than a rank 8. Chen Yaoding unleashing the divine weapon's full potential was more powerful and cost-effective than mastering a rank 8 divine weapon that he was not too familiar with. Fong Ping heard that and laughed. "I really don't have a rank 8 divine weapon anymore, but," Fong Ping said, "I still have an ancient martial weapon whose material is comparable to peak rank 8. Old Chun, do you think that if you melt this weapon, you can cultivate your divine weapon to rank 8? As soon as he said that, everyone was surprised again. "You still have a peak rank 8 ancient divine weapon? This kid, he really had a lot of good stuff that exceeded expectations." Fong Ping did not say that he still had an ancient divine weapon that was comparable to rank 9. All right, that was saved by Iron Head. He could not just give it away. Fong Ping had not decided how to unleash the Iron Head, this ancient divine weapon, to the fullest. Iron Head himself could not use it now either. That fellow was now waiting for his life gate to open. If he wanted to get his own ancient divine weapon, it had to be at least the kind that was stronger than old Yao's. That fellow had been very excited these few days, talking about ancient divine weapon, storage ring, and the like all day long. As for the ancient divine weapon that Fong Ping had, he had almost forgotten about it. Ancient divine weapon, Chun Yaoting mumbled. When a dull, ancient sword appeared in Fong Ping's hand, everyone observed it for a while. Wu Quishan said, "It's an ancient divine weapon, but it doesn't seem to have been maintained very well. Its original material might be comparable to rank 9. Unfortunately, after a long time without a martial artist's vitality to nourish it, it seems to have fallen. Weapons needed to be maintained too, not to mention the alloy weapons used by martial artists. Divine weapons were all placed in the Sanjiao Gate and nourished with mentality and vitality force. This way, the weapon would become stronger and stronger. On the contrary, if it was not nourished for a long time, the weapon would also decay. The ancient divine weapon in Fong Ping's hand might have been a rank 9 back then. Chun Yaoting examined it for a while, looked at Fong Ping, smiled, and said, "Are you sure you want to give it to me to nourish my divine weapons? If this weapon is given to a rank 9 martial artist to nourish for a period of time, it might be able to return to its previous state. Compared to modern divine weapons, the difference between ancient divine weapons and modern divine weapons was actually not that big. However, modern divine weapons had a little advantage, because the core was a demon's core, which could be appropriately animated. Ancient divine weapons, on the other hand, actually had some special functions. They were considered to be about the same. This divine weapon might be a rank 9. You want to give it to me?" As he said that, he emphasized, "I won't lend it to you." His meaning was also very clear. "I just said that I don't owe you a debt. Now either you give it to me for free or you don't give it to me. Either way, I won't lend it to you." Old Man Chun was also very arrogant. Back then, he was not even willing to sign the IOU. Fong Ping smiled bitterly. This divine weapon did not even count his wealth points. Old Man Chun did not even sign the IOU. It would be difficult to collect the debt in the future. Thinking about it, Fong Ping still said with a straight face, "Old Man Chun, what are you talking about? You came from thousands of miles away and took the initiative to help in the battle. What's a divine weapon to you? Going to battle meant danger." MCMU was not prepared to ask for help in the battle. But Old Man Chun came himself, and even said that he would help MCMU block 2 rank 8 martial artists. Just for this, giving away the divine weapon was not a big deal. After hearing that, Chun Yaoting glanced at Fong Ping for a moment. After a while, he took the ancient divine weapon and said slowly, "In the future, you can skip the betrothal gifts." Fong Ping gritted his teeth. How could he say that? Old Chun was too careless. "I'm giving it to you. It has nothing to do with anything else. What are you thinking?" The others laughed. However, Chun Yaoting wanted to help in the battle and even promised to hold the 2 rank 8 martial artists back. If he really did it, it would be a great help to MCMAU. After all, even if he did not come, Monster Sunflower City would probably send rank 8s to help. Beside him, Wu Quishan looked at Chun Yaoting and said, "Do you need my help?" "No, you can't either. I heard that Minister Zhang is still in Magic City. I'll go ask him for help later." Wu Quishan suffered a blow. Fong Ping, on the other hand, held back his laughter. Old Zhang had to work again. Since the previous auction, Old Zhang had promised to help modify the divine weapon. In fact, he had been busy these few days. Until now, Old Zhang had not finished modifying the divine weapon in his hands. If Chun Yaoting really came to him now, Old Zhang would have to help. It could not be helped. Martial arts universities were directly under Old Zhang's control. There were not many rank 8 powerhouses in martial arts universities, or rather, there were very few of them. Chun Yaoting was also the face of martial arts universities. As the minister, he definitely had to help out with this little bit of help. "Then I'll leave first. I'll come again on the 15th. After saying this, Chun Yaoting left quickly. Once he left, Wu Quishan sighed softly. "Kid, you still owe him a favor. Do as you see fit. We can't return it. As for you, a rank 8 divine weapon can't buy a rank 8 powerhouse's life." Helping MCMAU was equivalent to gambling with his life. This was not something that Fong Ping could settle with just a few words of confidence. Beside him, Old Man Li teased, "It's nothing. Old Man Chun is really going to die." Hurry up and have a child with that girl Yinshi. Don't call him Little Fong. Have the surname Chun. Cultivate him to rank 8 and throw him into the Chin family. That'll be enough. Fong Ping rolled his eyes and said impatiently, You should find one as soon as possible and give birth to a little Li. I've been hearing about this recently. You want a son? I'll take him in as a student later. Get lost. Old man, Li scolded jokingly. Beside him, Huang Jing also laughed. Chongsheng, don't take it lightly. You have to leave something for yourself. Not to mention, there are many candidates. The one from FMS, the one from Magic City Women's University. They're all quite suitable for you. Do you want me to sound them out for you later? Old man, Li's expression darkened. Sound out your ass. Speaking of which, FMS's Nan Yunping was a rank bait. The dean of Magic City Women's University was also a peak rank 7. That seemed like a good choice. Beside him, Wu Quishan said lightly, Nan Yunping is a little old. Zhao Minjin is not bad. She's about to reach rank 8. She's forged a golden body. With a makeover, it won't be a problem for you to change into anything you want. Old man Li's expression darkened. What did he mean? Beside him, Lu Finger glanced at Wu Quishan with a faint smile. She said lightly, I've reached rank 8. Do I need to make a makeover? The corner of Wu Quishan's mouth twitched. He did not say a word. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Fong Ping could not hold it in any longer. These old gangsters, they did not realize this before. He did not expect that Wu Quishan and the others would actually gather together to talk about women. From the looks of it, they have been paying attention to it for a long time. Even a rank 8 makeover and become an 18-year-old girl. Chapter 615. Time passed in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, August 15th had arrived. August 15th, Saturday. The summer weather could change in an instant. Yesterday, the sun was shining brightly. Today, early in the morning, it was drizzling. Field 1. Fong Ping looked up at the sky and smiled suddenly. It's a good day. The weather is great. Beside him, Qin Fengqing also looked up at the sky and mumbled, Damn, the weather was good? Was there something wrong with him? At this moment, Fong Ping suddenly looked at him and smiled. If I say the weather is good, then it is good. After saying that, Fong Ping soared into the sky like lightning. The next moment, in the sky, Fong Ping let out a roar and a golden glow erupted. Rumble! In the sky, lightning flashed continuously. After a while, the dark clouds above MCMAU disappeared. In the field, the instructors and students were mesmerized by what they saw. This was a grandmaster. After a while, Fong Ping landed and laughed. The sun is shining brightly. It's a good day. At this moment, the sun appeared. In the huge magic city, it was still drizzling in other places. On the other hand, there were no clouds in the sky above MCMAU. It was a bright sunny day. Qin Fengqing did not grumble anymore. He was still shocked and envious. This was a powerhouse. If Fong Ping said the weather was good, then it was good, even if it was not. On the rostrum, Wu Quishan glanced at him and smiled. A man could fix the sky. Ignoring Fong Ping, Wu Quishan looked around. At this moment, he was the only one on the rostrum. The other grandmasters were below. After looking around, looking at the young faces and the excited instructors, Wu Quishan was speechless for a long time. Below, Fong Ping saw that Wu Quishan did not say anything and shouted again. Today, 913 MCMU instructors should be deployed. Vice-Chancellor Liu entered the catacombs earlier. 912 people are present. Everyone is present. On the other side, Chen Yunxi also shouted crisply, 4220 MCMU students should be deployed. 4,220 people are present. Everyone is present. On the other side, Du Hong said loudly, 98 people should be deployed. 98 people are present. Everyone is present. Wu Quishan came back to his senses. An army of more than 5,000 martial artists, excluding the 120 instructors who stayed behind and about 1,000 rank 1 martial artists, MCMU had gone all out. Even the military had only launched a few wars of this scale. Martial artists did not like to motivate themselves before a battle. Wu Quishan did not say much. After a while, he suddenly raised his right hand and roared, "MCMU will win! MCMU will win!" The roar shook the heavens. "Depart!" With a loud roar, Wu Quishan headed straight for the southern area. This time, he took the passageway to the catacombs. Below the stage, seeing this, Fong Ping waved his hand and led his team to catch up. As he walked, he moved closer to Tang Feng and said with slight regret, "Why didn't the vice-chancellor listen to my opinion?" Tang Feng ignored him. The others also ignored him. There was no other reason. Fong Ping had gone crazy, and everyone was too lazy to care. He suggested to Wu Quishan that they should not use the passageway. It would not be spectacular if they used the passageway. According to Fong Ping's words, MCMEU grandmasters held hands and unleashed their mentality, bringing thousands of people with the flight step, heading straight from Magic City military camp. Let everyone in Magic City see how powerful MCMU was. As a result, when this suggestion came out, no one paid any attention to him. Crazy. If they had this mentality to waste, they might as well kill more enemies. They thought it was crazy, but Fong Ping thought it was necessary. At this moment, no one paid any attention to him. Fong Ping said regretfully again, "It's not easy being a martial artist. It's rare to have such an opportunity. It's still necessary to get everyone excited. The vice-chancellor doesn't know how to boost morale at all." Thousands of people used the flight step. Although no one said anything, they were still satisfied. "Vice-chancellor, you still don't know enough about the human heart." Beside him, Lu Fengru could not hold it in anymore. She growled, "Shut up." At this moment, the team of thousands of people heard Fong Ping's nonsense. It was seriously disrupting the order. Fong Ping shrugged. Then he laughed suddenly. "There's no need to be so sad or solemn when going to war. Martial artists aren't children. They should be nervous after all. They need to be happy and relax." After saying that, Fong Ping looked at Qin Fengqing and shouted, "Old Qin, sing a song to boost morale." Qin Fengqing did not hesitate and sang loudly. "Let's go down and chop people's heads. Chop people's heads. Let's go down and dig a huge mine. Dig a huge mine. Today is so happy, so happy. Yo, we're rich, we're rich." The whole team stopped for a moment. Wu Quishan's back was slightly stiff. "Damn, I want to kill someone to sacrifice to the flag now. I wonder if that's possible?" Behind them, Chen Jinhua and the others who watched them leave were also stunned. Just now, everyone was nervous and solemn. Now everyone only wanted to kill one person. Maybe the sacrifice would be good. The nervousness and solemnity disappeared. In the team, some people were holding back their laughter until their faces were red. Qin Fengqing was still singing. No one responded to him. Even Fong Ping did not say a word after saying that line. He would not do something so embarrassing. However, old Qin was shameless. It was still possible for him to stand up and ease the atmosphere. Some students were nervous, and it was easy for them to make mistakes. Fong Ping saw many students walking stiffly. There was no need to create tension now. At the same time, outside MCMEU, a group of powerhouses did not enter the school. They watched as the MCMEU people left. In front of the crowd, Magic City's governor murmured, "May we win. May MCMEU's martial arts never die. MCMU's victory. Sino Nation's victory. Humans' victory. Victory." A group of Grandmaster powerhouses shouted in a low voice. If they won this battle, the Magic City Catacombs' biggest enemy would be destroyed. How many people in the 13 cities of Magic City Catacombs would dare to fight? Outside the crowd, there was another group of people. Fong Mingrong and his wife, Fong Yuan, as well as the families of many MCMEU instructors and students. Many people had come. They did not know what had happened. They did not know why they were fighting and who they were fighting for. However, they knew that their loved ones were rushing to the battlefield. These few days, even though the MCMEU people did not reveal anything to the outside world, there were still some words that leaked out. No one was a fool. Magic City was not Sun City. There were many martial artists here. Here, many martial artists died in battle every year. Many people did not even know why they died. Living in a big city like this, it was inevitable that people would know things that ordinary people did not. Not to mention that many martial artists' family members were martial artists themselves. At this moment, MCMU's expedition to the catacombs had countless people worried. In the crowd, someone's eyes were red and he murmured, "When would the war stop?" Magic City Catacombs, Underground Hall. The MCMU people entered the alloy house in an orderly manner. Fong Ping chatted with the gatekeeper while waiting. He chuckled and said, "Uncle, this alloy house will be demolished soon. It's such a hindrance." The gatekeeper chuckled. "We'll have to wait a little longer. I've waited and waited. I've waited so long that I don't like it anymore." Fong Ping was all smiles. He touched the alloy wall and said softly, "When I first saw this thing, my eyes were red. I told Uncle Scar that when we get back, we'll demolish the house and divide this thing. He also said that when I come to demolish the house, he'll help me." The gatekeeper's eyes dimmed slightly. He smiled quickly and said, "It's okay. The next time you demolish it, I'll help you. When it's done, just give me some." Fong Ping laughed out loud. When he was done, he suddenly said, "Uncle, don't go down to the catacombs this time. These words are inauspicious." The gatekeeper laughed out loud too. When he was done laughing, he said seriously, "I won't go down to the catacombs. I'll wait for you to come out and celebrate. I'll wait for the day when you demolish this thing and don't need gatekeepers anymore." If he went down to the catacombs, it meant that the situation in the catacombs would worsen. The war would break out again, and MCMU would not be able to win. That was why he did not go down to the catacombs. He wanted to wait here. Wait for this group of heroic sons and daughters to defeat the enemy and return victorious. The MCMU people had all entered the catacombs. Fong Ping waved his hand at the people in the hall and laughed. "Everyone, wait for our good news here. When we come out, remember to make arrangements to film the scene of our victorious return. If there's a chance in the future, let everyone see it." "Okay, definitely." The martial artists in the hall answered in a sonorous and forceful voice. They would. They definitely would. Hope City. When Fong Ping came out, Tianmu Old Fan, Ko Bianjiang Su Mafu, these people were all waiting. In the crowd, Lu Polu had already walked to Tang Feng and the others with a smile, saying something in a low voice. When Fong Ping arrived, the MCMU people were all present. Tianmu stood up and said, "After we leave the city, Hope City will not send a single soldier. In the east and west, Hope City will assist in defense. Today, if Skygate City has powerhouses as reinforcements, they will rush to Skygate City today. Next, if powerhouses from other cities join the battle, Hope City will try its best to stop them. Everyone, the military department, can only do this much." If Tianmu did not say it, he did not want to say it. If they were defeated, it would be difficult for the high ranks to escape. The middle and low-rank martial artists could retreat. Wu Quishan said lightly, "There are no ifs. Victory." As soon as he finished speaking, Wu Quishan leaped into the air and shouted, "Leave the city." They did not stay in Hope City. This was not where MCMAU was stationed. They were going to camp in the Jiao's forest 30 li away. Along the way, some martial artists watched as the MCMU people left the city, shouting victory continuously. Skygate City. The broken south gate of Skygate City had now been restored to its original state. Sensing the heaven-shaking vitality fluctuation from afar, the Skygate City Lord, wearing a crown on his head, said coldly on the city wall, "Go. Investigate the situation. Investigate it directly. Investigate it in front of them. Investigate it clearly." Behind him, a rank 7 chieftain responded loudly, leaped into the air, and headed straight for Hope City without any concealment. After the chieftain left, the Skygate City Lord suddenly looked at the Jiao's forest and snorted coldly. "The Golden Horn Beast has invited 2 level 8 monsters from the 100 Beast Forest. What is its purpose?" "My lord, the Golden Horn Beast is interested in the mineral vein of life." "I'm worried." The only rank 8 powerhouse in Skygate City looked worried. 3 rank 8 monsters were eyeing them like tigers watching their prey. This was a great threat. The Skygate City Lord's eyes were dark. After a while, he said, This is a bet made by the true king powerhouses. We can't refuse. 100 Beast Forest has also been informed that an envoy has arrived. The Golden Horn Beast King dares to ruin the true king's plan. No one can protect it. As he said this, the Sky Gate City Lord continued. Moreover, the Demon Clan dares not form an alliance with the resurrected martial artists. If the Golden Horn Beast King dares to participate in this battle, there will be no place for it in Divine Land. Although he said this, the Sky Gate City Lord's expression was still ugly. The Hwai King had used him and Sky Gate City as a bet. This made him very unhappy. Originally, he was ready to leave 7 Southern Territory, leave this place, and return to the restricted area. However, before he left, there were endless troubles. The Golden Horn Beast King kept attacking and harassing. Because he had surrendered to the Hwai King, the other true king was very unhappy. On the other side of the passageway, it made things difficult for the Hwai King's people several times, not allowing them to enter, deliberately embarrassing him. With great difficulty, the Hwai King sent an envoy to 100 Beast Forest to make peace. In the end, before the results were out, he was told that the last battle would be in 7 Southern Territory. Snake King, the Sky Gate City Lord muttered. A figure flashed in his mind, and he sneered. He knew this person. He even knew Magic City Martial Arts University. In the past 60 years, he had killed many people from MCMAU. The Snake King, back then, he had prepared to kill the other party. Unfortunately, the other party had escaped. These years, it was very rare to see the other party appear in 7 Southern Territory. He did not expect that the other party would still not give up. Did he want to take revenge before he left? Back then, I didn't want to expose the divine weapon, so I let you escape. I didn't expect you to come here to die. Until today, he still remembered how hopeless the high-spirited powerhouse had been the moment the people around him died. He had thought that after that experience, the other party would have broken down. He did not expect the other party to break through realms again and again, advancing in a king realm in a short period of time. Although he said he was going to die, the Sky Gate City Lord was vigilant. This battle, indeed, must be fought. The Snake King must also die. The strength of such a person's martial will was shocking. He broke through in adversity and rose again in adversity. If he did not kill him, the other party might break through again. With such a great enemy, even if he returned to the restricted area, he might not be able to rest easy. When the Hwai King's people revealed who his opponent was, although the Sky Gate City Lord was very dissatisfied with the Hwai King's actions, he did not hesitate and quickly agreed. He must take advantage of this opportunity to kill the Snake King. Such a young prodigy. If he did not kill him this time, the powerhouses of the Land of Rebirth would not give him a second chance. As he waited, the vitality pillar of tens of millions of people gathered closer and closer to Sky Gate City. Soon, the commander-in-chief who had just left returned. He reported loudly, "My king, the opponent is 1 king realm, 2 venerables and 6 commanders, 5 prospective commanders, 100 generals. Quite strong," the Sky Gate City Lord murmured. In his understanding, MCMU was a sect. Even though he knew that the other party was somewhat different from sects, the difference was not big. A sect with a king realm powerhouse was already very strong. Even in the restricted area, such a sect was enough to occupy 1 or 2 big cities. Of course, although such strength was strong, it was not so strong that Sky Gate City could not match it. If he joined forces with the Divine Tree, there was hope to kill the Snake King. Even if it was one-on-one, he was not afraid of the Snake King who had just broken through. He had broken through to King Realm for almost 100 years, and with a rank 9 divine weapon in hand, he was not afraid of the Snake King. But he wanted to keep the Snake King. If that was the case, then he had to join forces with the Divine Tree. By joining forces, there was hope to not give the other party a chance to escape and kill him. As for Sky Gate City, the remaining venerables and commander-in-chiefs were not as strong as the other party. Go to Monster Sunflower City and ask King Sunflower to send people to help. Tell King Sunflower that after this battle, I will leave the 7 Southern Territories. If he does not contribute, Monster Sunflower City will face greater pressure in the future. Take this opportunity to kill the Snake King. He will weigh the gains and losses. The Skygate City Lord was not afraid that King Sunflower would not help. After this time, he would leave. Once he left, Monster Sunflower City would be the main force to attack Hope City. If he did not take this opportunity to destroy MCMAU, he would not be the one to suffer in the future. Monster Sunflower City was strong. With 3 Venerables and 14 Commander-in-Chiefs, it was stronger than Monsterwood City before it was heavily damaged. Now it depended on how much boldness King Sunflower had. The Skygate City Lord sneered in his heart. If he did not contribute, then he would kill the Snake King and leave the 7 Southern Territories. As for the rest of the people, he would not care. In the future, Monster Sunflower City should not regret it. If King Sunflower had the boldness, then he would take this opportunity to go all out. Besides the King Realm, all the Venerables and Commander-in-Chiefs would come. Only then could he completely destroy MCMAU and leave no survivors. However, the Skygate City Lord also knew that the hope of going all out was not high. He would have to leave some people behind. It all depended on King Sunflower's decision. Outside the Jiao's forest, Fong Ping waved his hand, signaling the MCMAU crowd to stop. 1,000 meters ahead was the Jiao's forest. At this moment, Fong Ping could already feel the aura of a rank 8 powerhouse. The Jiao had really invited 2 rank 8 monsters. At the boundary of the Jiao's forest, the Jiao shook its big head, looking at Fong Ping and the others, its big eyes showing shock. So many people. In front of the crowd, Fong Ping set up a mentality barrier and said softly, "That, Vice Chancellor, I'm the boss now. You guys, be a little more respectful to me." Wu Quishan glanced at him. This kid Fong Ping, when he came in, finally told them the truth, how he had tricked the monsters. Wu Quishan was dumbfounded. Now hearing him say this, Wu Quishan's face darkened, but his body stiffened. He saluted Fong Ping and said lightly, "Your Royal Highness, you don't have to worry about us." Fong Ping's body stiffened too. Being called that by old Wu, why did he feel uncomfortable all over? Cough, cough, Vice Chancellor, don't be like this. That, you can just call me General. Humans are different from those in the catacombs. The Jiao is an idiot. Just a little trick will do. Help yourself, General. Having said that, Wu Quishan glanced at Qin Fengqing beside him. Qin Fengqing was confused. "Why are you looking at me?" Wu Quishan humphed. "Isn't this your favorite thing to do? Shout a few times and fool them." Qin Fengqing felt aggrieved. Motherf Asterisk Kerr, who liked doing this. What did old Wu mean? He was reluctant, but the other was the Vice-Chancellor. Even though Qin Fengqing was aggrieved, he did not delay. He roared, "General, the Jiao's forest has arrived. Please give us your instructions, General." "Got it. You may leave," Fong Ping responded, his face indifferent. Soon, Fong Ping walked to the front and looked at the Jiao. The Jiao looked at him too. Chef was very awesome. He even had a King Realm subordinate. No wonder he said he was confident he could kill the dumb blockhead. But just one King Realm. Would it be enough? The Jiao glanced at Wu Quishan cautiously. He seemed familiar, but it was too lazy to think too much. So, what if it was the King Realm? The King Realm had to listen to Chef. Fong Ping walked to the side and shouted, "Jiao, MCMAU is using the Jiao's forest. Retreat quickly, or else you will not be allowed to act presumptuously when the war starts." While shouting, Fong Ping used his mentality to transmit his voice. "King Jiao, cooperate with me. You guys retreat first. This time, I will start a war with Skygate City. At the last moment, you guys will attack and numb the other party. Make the Skygate City Lord think that we started the war and it has nothing to do with you." Having said that, Fong Ping used his mentality to transmit his voice again. Otherwise, if we expose our true intentions now, they will definitely be on guard against you. Then, the chances will be slim. The Jiao shook its head, thinking for a while. Suddenly, it roared, its roar shaking the heavens. The next moment, 2 golden lights flashed. Soon, 2 golden beasts appeared where they were. One looked like an elephant. It was huge. Fong Ping recognized it. It was a giant elephant beast. The mammoth beast was extremely strong. At the rank 8 realm, its physical strength was even stronger than the average rank 8 monster beast. The other one had 2 long horns. It looked like an antelope. Fong Ping had never seen it before, but it did not seem weak. The 3 beasts gathered. The Jiao roared loudly. The other 2 beasts also roared violently. They looked at Wu Quishan cautiously, then roared at Fong Ping. Fong Ping was stunned for a moment. Acting? F***CK. Did the Jiao not mention anything about cooperation? The possibility was high. Looking at the 2 beasts, they probably did not know about it. The Jiao was roaring now, not allowing humans to invade. Fong Ping sighed in his heart. The Jiao was really not a good guy. Thinking about it, Fong Ping roared again. Jiao, do you really want to start a war with humans? This time, we are just borrowing this place to set up camp. After the war, this place will be returned to you. Don't make a mistake. Roar. The roars came one after another, traveling dozens of miles. No way. Not lending. In the next moment, Wu Quishan and the others unleashed a powerful aura, intimidating everyone. Behind them, the MCMAU crowd roared, "Kill, kill, kill!" Murderous, intense soared to the sky. At this moment, a beast flew over quickly from afar, roaring for a while. The Jiao's eyes showed a hint of confusion. Was the land of rebirth really going to war with Skygate City? The true king's order? Fong Ping looked at the direction of the beast and knew it came from 100 Beast Forest. His mentality fluctuated, and he said immediately, "I asked my elder ancestor to guard Mount Royal Sea, using the excuse that I will lead the forces under my command to fight against Skygate City. The elder ancestor also promised to help me this time, and it will be the last time. If I don't achieve the desired results, then I will be in trouble. King Jiao, in order to repay your kindness, I have done everything I can. If I don't get anything this time, I will be screwed. So, I have to say this again, after this, except for the core mineral vein, everything else must belong to me." The Jiao understood now. No wonder the true king's order was passed down. It was the chef's elder ancestor. The true king's descendant was good. Thinking about it, the Jiao still felt uneasy. If it made a move, the true king, as if he knew what it was thinking, Fong Ping said telepathically, "Don't worry, Skygate City is King Huai's force. 7 southern regions is not King Huai's territory. If he dares to attack you, my elder ancestor will suppress him. Moreover, King Huai can't control the demons. Don't worry, King Jiao." The Jiao hesitated slightly. Fong Ping said again, "If King Jiao is worried, then forget it." Actually, it wasn't easy for me to get to where I am now. Why don't I kill some middle-rank martial artists this time, then retreat with my people? It will be considered a meritorious service. If King Jiao wants to break through, wait until I have strength and my position is solid. Then I will help you seize the other mineral veins of life." The Jiao roared. No way. This was a rare opportunity, and the chef was running away now. How could that be? The 100 Beast Force could not participate in the war between the 2 sides. It did not participate in the war. It was only here to seize the mineral veins. It had a personal grudge with Monsterwood City, but it had nothing to do with the war. Besides, the silly tree almost killed it last time. Could it not take revenge? Yes, revenge. As for whether or not the silly tree almost killed it last time, it was already publicly known that it was the silly tree who did it. Moreover, this was its territory. When the war started and the other party invaded its territory, it would not be a problem for it to come back and defend its territory. Demon's territory could not be invaded. Invading its territory was a provocation. It was in the right. King Huai. Who was King Huai? The 7 southern territories was the Green Wolf King's territory. The chef's ancestor was guarding it, and the Green Wolf King would not allow a foreign king to run wild in the 7 southern territories. The 100 Beast Forest and the Green Wolf King were also connected. The Jiao had thought of all these. As a demon beast with ideals, ambitions, and great ambitions, the Jiao felt that it must seize this opportunity. Without further consideration, the Jiao roared again, unwilling to give up, and soared into the air with the 2 rank 8 demon beasts flying into the distance. Below, hundreds of demon beasts that looked similar to the Jiao also chased after the Jiao. Fong Ping glanced at them and was slightly speechless. He had always thought that the Jiao was single, but now it was hard to say. Among the hundreds of demon beasts, there were 3 rank 7s, and the rest were mostly middle ranks. It was not a weak force. The Jiao flew away, bringing its clansmen and the 2 rank 8 demon beasts. Only then did Wu Quishan walk up and ask, "What's going on?" "It left first. When the high-rank battle starts, it will bring the demon back." "Are you sure?" Fong Ping thought for a moment, then said, "I'm 70% sure. This demon beast wants money more than its life. It thinks it's smart, but it's actually stupid. It will probably take the bait." Wu Quishan was speechless. He shook his head and stopped thinking about it. He said, "If the Jiao doesn't join the battle, then its goal is to kill all high-ranked martial artists except for rank 9. If we can kill the Skygate City Lord, then kill him. If we can't, then we give up." At this moment, Wu Quishan was very clear-headed. Although he was unwilling to let the Skygate City Lord go, if there was no chance, he would not bring everyone to their deaths. Fong Ping nodded, then shouted, "Everyone, enter the Jiao's forest." Very soon, Fong Ping led the group toward the core area of the Jiao's forest. Chapter 616. Not long after Fong Ping and the others entered the Jiao's forest. In the east, several figures flew across the sky, and the pressure they exuded shook the sky. 2 rank 8s. Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. Although it was within his expectations, the fact that 2 rank 8s had come from Monster Sunflower City still made him somewhat solemn. Since 2 level 8 martial artists had come, Chen Yaoding would have to stop them. Chen Yaoding said calmly, "Leave these 2 to me. Elder Chun, I've already told you. I've taken everything. Don't worry." Chen Yaoding was unwilling to say more. Beside him, Wu Quishan said slowly, "There are still 6 rank 7s as reinforcements and 9 rank 7s. Lu Pola glanced at everyone and said, "Huang Jing and I will handle the Sky Gate City rank 8. Elder Lu, kill those rank 7 martial artists with all your might." Lu Polu's eyes were sharp as he said, "It's been so many years, but this is the first time I've had such an opportunity. Every one of them counts." Fong Ping gritted his teeth. He took a deep breath and said, "Since old Lu insists, then teacher, you and Teacher Tang will join forces to hold off that rank 8. Yao Qingjun and I will kill those rank 7 martial artists as soon as possible. Then we'll go and help you." As he said that, Fong Ping tilted his head to look at Wang Jinyang and Li Han Song, saying, "Both of you." Wang Jinyang nodded and said, "Don't worry, we will find an opportunity to break through. Now is not the right time." Now that there were 2 more rank 7s, perhaps more people from Monster Sunflower City would come, which would increase the pressure on everyone. "Yes." Fong Ping nodded. At this moment, someone laughed loudly in the direction of Sky Gate City. "Snake King, since you're already here, why not meet me?" Wu Quishan snorted coldly and soared into the sky. Fong Ping and the others also leaped into the air, looking into the distance. Skygate City was still very far away, more than 30 miles away. However, 30 li was only 15,000 meters. 4 high-ranked powerhouses at the distance like this was considered far, but it was also extremely close. In the distance, in the sky above Skygate City, many figures stood in the air. In front of him, a crowned powerhouse stood proudly in the void. It was the Skygate City Lord. At that moment, the Skygate City Lord had a smile on his face. Monster Sunflower City had not disappointed him. 2 venerables and 6 commanders. Such reinforcements were not considered weak. In terms of high-end combat strength, Skygate City had 2 kings, 3 venerable ones, and 9 commanders. On the other hand, the other party had 1 king realm expert, 2 venerable realm experts, and 6 commander realm experts. If he was lucky, he might even be able to kill all of them. However, since the other party was the Snake King, then there was something to be done. When he saw Wu Quishan rise into the air, The master of Sky Gate City laughed and said, Snake King. Huh? It's been so many years since we last met, but this king still hasn't forgotten the look of despair and anger in your eyes. Snake King, do you still remember your daughter? Bang! He was reduced to a bloody pulp. Huh? What a cute kid. Bastard! Lu Fengru roared in anger. Wu Quishan held her down and growled. Fengru! Lu Fengru's eyes were bloodshot, and the veins on her hands were visible. 11 years! For the past 11 years, her only thought was to kill that bastard. At that moment, when she heard the Sky Gate City Lord use her daughter's death to provoke them, Lu Fengru went a little crazy. The difference in strength between high-rank martial artists was not huge. Life and death were often decided in an instant. Lu Fengru could not control her emotions, so she was easily targeted by the opponent. This was the Sky Gate City Lord's goal. He wanted Wu Quishan to go crazy. This kind of person might be able to explode with stronger strength, but it was also easier for him to reveal his flaws. Then he would be seized and killed. As expected, when he heard Lu Fengru's shout, the Sky Gate City Lord's smile widened. He laughed and said, So it's Madam Snake King. What a pity. I've been waiting for you to take revenge. I didn't expect you to endure for so many years. What a pity. Otherwise, I would have sent your family back to reunite a long time ago. Your daughter is still waiting for you. Such a young child, such delicious blood. When she exploded, flesh and blood splattered everywhere. I was lucky enough to taste some of it. It was really delicious. What a pity. Wu Quishan said calmly, You're afraid? I'm afraid? Huh? You're afraid of death. Wu Quishan's voice was as calm as ever. You're afraid that you're no match for me, and that you'll be killed here. If you're not afraid, you don't have to do this. You're afraid because you know that I'm more talented than you. I have more prospects. If I don't die, you'll definitely die. Huh? Ridiculous, pathetic. Snake King, have you forgotten how you struggled at death's door that year? Yes, that year, I was rank 7 and you were rank 9. Now I'm rank 9 and you're still rank 9. You're afraid. You're afraid from the bottom of your bones. Ridiculous. Wu Quishan did not reply. Only the Sky Gate City Lord knew how to attack the heart. While the two of them were talking, a long line of armored troops came out of Sky Gate City's east, south, and west gates. Snake King, how about a game? The Sky Gate City Lord continued to laugh. He laughed heartily and said, Don't you want revenge? I pity you. I'm afraid that you'll be lonely on the road after you die. Why don't we add some fun to this revenge battle? I'll send your disciples first and wait for you. How about that? Wu Quishan said nothing. Ha! Mamau! Interesting, interesting. Are you afraid that you'll see your disciples, your daughter, die in front of you like you did back then? Since you've invited the true king, I'll give you a chance for revenge. Do you dare? Wu Quishan said slowly, If you really have the guts, you and I can fight to the death. Why send others to their deaths? Why provoke me? The Sky Gate City Lord said lightly, I can kill you with more power. Why not make it easier? You have fewer people and are weak. That's because you're weak. What right do the weak have to ask for fairness? Having said that, the Sky Gate City Lord laughed again. The weak are born to serve the strong. Since you know that you're weak and still dare to provoke us, your deaths are not to be regretted. At this moment, Fong Ping shouted, Old dog, no matter how many pieces of trash there are, there's still trash. Which battle didn't make you tremble in fear? If you're not afraid, why do you have to run away from the forbidden zone like a dog? Insolence! On Sky Gate City's side, the Sky Gate City Lord did not speak. A rank 7 martial artist's eyes glowed fiercely as he said coldly, Resurrected martial artists are always so reckless. In the catacombs, when a rank 9 spoke, the weak would not speak. Resurrected martial artists were still as ignorant as ever. Fong Ping sneered. Trash! If you dare to fight, I'll tear you apart with one hand. Try me then? Idiot! Fong Ping sneered and glanced at the army gathered outside Sky Gate City. More than 50,000 people. There were even a large number of civilians. The catacombs' powerhouses did not treat the weak as human beings. In this battle between martial artists, the other side had close to 10,000 martial artists, mixed with tens of thousands of civilians. If these people were not courting death, then what was? The densely packed heads could be seen clearly from tens of miles away. Both sides were conversing in the air. Beside them, Chen Yaoding said softly, "Skygate City wants to start a battle between middle and low ranks to dampen our spirits. Why not start a battle between high ranks directly? In a battle between middle and low ranks, no matter how many Skygate City casualties there were, with the Skygate City Lord's personality, he would not be swayed. However, if MCMEU suffered heavy losses, everyone would probably be affected. War was not a one-sided slaughter. From the moment the Skygate City Lord opened his mouth, he had been suppressing MCMEU. Wu Quishan fell silent. On the other side, there were more than 10,000 martial artists. On MCMEU's side, there were only a few thousand, only half the number of martial artists on the other side. Moreover, there were tens of thousands of civilians. Even if they killed them, many of them would be tired of killing. At this moment, the Skygate City Lord laughed again from afar. "Don't you dare? If that's the case, then I'll be very disappointed. If you and I fight, I won't avoid these people. If you're willing to let me watch a big show, then the high-rank martial artists will have their own battlefield." Wu Quishan frowned. Fang Ping's gaze was cold. The other side did not care about the deaths of the middle and low ranks on their side. During the battle, if they did not avoid these people, it would easily cause a large number of casualties. Fang Ping took a deep breath and said in a low voice, "Vice-Chancellor, agree to him. Since he wants to watch a big show, satisfy him." Wu Quishan glanced at him. Fang Ping's mentality moved slightly, but he concealed his aura. "Later, if the middle and low ranks really fight first, I'll use mentality to kill the enemy secretly. I don't think he'll be able to find out." As soon as he said this, Wu Quishan's gaze flickered. If everyone in Skygate City died, the Skygate City Lord might not care because he was going to leave. But someone would care. No, there were monsters that would care. To the Skygate tree, Skygate City was not the Skygate City Lord's territory, but those martial artists were its people. This time, the Skygate City Lord would leave, but it would not. It still had to walk its own path. If there were heavy casualties, the Skygate tree might be affected. Thinking of this, Wu Quishan said lightly, "Since you want to watch a show, then I'll satisfy you. You're a stray dog. You won't care about these people's deaths, but there will always be people who won't leave. I'd like to see if you really don't care." As soon as he said this, although they were far away and could not see the change in the Skygate City Lord's expression, it was likely that some of the martial artists who would not leave would not feel good. The Skygate City Lord was not moved. His expression did not change. He smiled and said, "Since you have no objections, then let's watch a show together. Each side will send a rank 7 to supervise. Some bastards like to bully the weak. Ha! That's exactly what I want." In a few words, both sides had confirmed everything. Fang Ping snorted softly in his heart. "If you want to die, then I'll fulfill your wish." Initially, he was worried that there would be many casualties among the middle-ranked and low-ranked martial artists on his side when a war broke out. Now, the other party wanted to start a battle between middle-ranked and low-ranked martial artists alone, but the high-ranked martial artists did not join in. Fang Ping felt that the other party was really looking for death. "Later, I'll secretly kill your mentality-vitality fusion and those rank SAXS. I'll see how you guys die." Everyone stopped talking and landed on the ground. Wu Quishan looked at Luo Yichuan and the rest, saying solemnly, "There are many martial artists in Skygate City. Everyone must be careful. Dean Luo, General Du, the few of you must kill those mentality-vitality fusion martial artists. If we let them rush into our camp, then we'll be in danger. The reason why we agreed to it is also because it's beneficial for us." Fang Ping continued, "Later, I'll secretly use my mentality to guide you guys and find out where the other party's powerhouses are. Remember, quickly surround and kill their powerhouses. Don't be too far away from me." Luo Yichuan wanted to say something but stopped. Fong Ping pressed his hand and said, "Don't worry, we won't be discovered. Also, pills must be used when it's time to be used. Don't be frugal. Vice-Chancellor Huang, give each rank 6 martial artists an extra piece. Also, don't show any abnormalities. If they're playing this game with me, kill them." The Skygate City Lord had a good plan. He knew that human martial artists were closer to each other than the catacombs martial artists. Everyone knew what he was thinking by deliberately starting a battle between middle-ranked and low-ranked martial artists in advance. However, if they really thought that they could do anything with numbers, then they were thinking too much. After Fong Ping finished speaking, he looked at the Li Hansong duo and said, "Both of you, kill more. Both of you, don't separate. Stay together. I'll guide you. When you attack, I'll think of a way to suppress the other party secretly. You must kill them instantly." "Okay." Both of them looked solemn. Fong Ping looked at the others again and said loudly, "Skygate City is unwilling to give us time to familiarize ourselves with the terrain. Although everyone has just entered, the battle has already begun. I wish everyone victory and kill until they're terrified. They won't dare to be enemies with us humans anymore. Kill!" An earth-shattering roar was heard, vitality soaring to the sky. "Everyone take care." Fong Ping did not say much. As for the assignment of tasks and the arrangement of the team, he did not need to worry about these. These days, the military department and MCMU instructors were guiding them. Everyone knew what to do. As for the terrain of the Jiao's forest, Fong Ping had also made a topographic map. Everyone was familiar with it. Arrangements had also been made for who should go where and where to guard. After a while, Wu Quishan and the others rose into the air and exited the Jiao's forest. As for Fong Ping, he also rose into the air and looked in the direction of Skygate City. He sneered and said, "That piece of trash from earlier. Come here. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I'll let you see with your own eyes how useless you bunch of trash are and how badly you'll die." King, the rank 7 who had berated Fong Ping earlier, looked at the Skygate City Lord with a fierce expression. The Skygate City Lord nodded slightly and said lightly, "You go. I don't think they'll dare to attack you." As soon as he attacked, the battle between high-ranked martial artists erupted instantly. The middle and low-ranked martial artists in the Jiao's forest might not be completely annihilated, but more than half of them would be dead or injured. Just as Wu Quishan had said, the Skygate City Lord really did not care about these people's deaths. Of course, he would not do it unless it was absolutely necessary. Otherwise, if the Skygate tree was enraged and the Snake King did not fight back, then it would be troublesome. As soon as he said that, the rank 7 Commander-in-Chief wasted no time. He rose into the air and flew toward Fong Ping quickly. Before he could reach Fong Ping's vitality force erupted and suppressed the other party in an instant. With a cold expression, he sneered, "Trash indeed." "Humph!" The other party let out a cold snort. Energy erupted. Both sides faced each other, murderous intent boiling. The distance between them was close to 1,000 meters. If they were to fight, it would only take a blink of an eye. At this moment, in the direction of Skygate City, a powerhouse bellowed, "Kill all the resurrected martial artists. The king will reward you handsomely." Enter the forest. Following this bellow, tens of thousands of troops advanced layer by layer. They did not disperse, but flattened the trees directly. At this moment, a roar came from afar. Fong Ping was secretly delighted. "Well done!" That roar came from the Jiao. The fellow did not run far. Right now, it was with the messenger monster from 100 Beast Forest. Seeing the Skygate City troops destroying the trees it planted, the Jiao was furious. It had painstakingly planted those trees. Just the energy alone had been consumed. How dare these bastards flatten its big trees? This angry roar made the faces of many Skygate City powerhouses change. The Skygate City Lord's expression turned ugly instantly. The Golden Horn Beast King had actually launched an attack at this time. He was extremely dissatisfied, but the Golden Horn Beast King had already withdrawn from the battle. There was no need to let these 3 monsters join the battle just for a few trees. Thinking of this, The Sky Gate City Lord gave a look to someone beside him. Soon, a martial artist came out of the city to report. After a while, the Sky Gate City military martial artists stopped bulldozing the trees. Compared to the Golden Horn Beast King's participation, even if they did not bulldoze the trees, they still had a great advantage. With the trees as cover, the army's formation was destroyed. Soon, these martial artists began to disperse. Fong Ping flew around in the air. Not far away, the rank 7 martial artist's face was livid. He said coldly, "Do you want all of them to die?" Fong Ping sneered and said playfully, "You people are all pretentious. Who knows if there are high-rank martial artists hiding among you? I'm willing to investigate, but you're not? Why don't we have a round first, as an appetizer?" "You won't live long." The other party's face was also cold. The king wanted to attack the Snake King's morale, make the other party furious, and reveal an opening. He was determined to kill the Snake King. Otherwise, there was no need for him to put up with all this. In the past, who would dare to speak to a mere middle-stage commander like this? He was an upper-stage commander powerhouse. The other party looked strong, but that was all there was to it. Naturally, Fong Ping could not be bothered with him. If it were not for killing more people, he would have crushed this guy right now. A mere upper-stage rank 7, he had killed 2 rank 6. A war between martial artists erupted at will. Tens of thousands of people entered the Jiao's forest. On MCMU's side, there were also thousands of people. Soon, someone encountered them. Kill! The sound of killing rang out instantly. Below, the fastest one was none other than Qin Fengqing. At this moment, Qin Fengqing's eyes were cold and sharp, holding a Changdao. When he encountered a team of more than 30 people, Qin Fengqing charged in instantly. Everyone else fought as a team, but Qin Fengqing chose to act alone. "Dad, old man, although I can't kill those high ranks to avenge you, but don't worry this time, I will definitely kill this group of bastards and avenge you." Qin Fengqing, who was smiling cheekily in front of others, was now feeling emotional. He did not care if he would be injured at all. He charged into the crowd, waved his saber and killed, not saying a word, not caring if he was injured. Poof! The sound of a Changdao piercing bones was heard. As for the merit and promotion that Fong Ping had promised earlier, he had forgotten all about it. At this moment, there was only one thought. Kill. Kill this group of bastards. He lost his father when he was young. His mother bathed her face in tears all day long. From the day the old vice-chancellor returned his father's ashes, he swore that he would take revenge. He did not know who killed his father, but the thought of revenge had never been forgotten. The hatred of his father's killer was irreconcilable. Until the moment he entered the catacombs, until the moment he found out that his father had died in the Battle of Skygate City, he swore that one day he would kill this group of people. Today was his chance to take revenge. Poof! Heads fell. Qin Fengqing only pursued killing efficiency. This time he did not loot the corpses, nor did he linger. In an instant, he killed this team of more than 10 people. The rank 5 martial artist leader could not even withstand a single blow. After killing this group of people, Qin Fengqing sprinted in the direction of the battle cries. Midair, Fong Ping noticed Qin Fengqing. Seeing him bathed in blood and killing people like flies, Fong Ping sighed softly in his heart. Martial artists all had their own stories. At this moment, more and more people were coming into contact with each other. The battle cries were also getting louder. In the deadlock area of the battlefield, Chen Yunxi took the lead. As the president of the Martial Arts Society, she led more than 10 middle-rank students and quickly encountered their opponents. Kill! Chen Yunxi, who blushed easily in front of Fong Ping, had a murderous aura at this moment. Once her long sword was drawn, she would not return until it was stained with blood. Her long hair was soon dyed blood red. The splattering blood dyed her clothes red. On the other side, Zhao Xuemei smashed her opponent's head with her staff. She did not even look and rushed to the other side, her expression as cold as water. Beside her, Fu Changding growled. His spear was like a dragon, piercing the enemy's throat. Everyone was bathed in blood and killing. On the first day of entering the catacombs, a great war broke out. No one was given time to prepare. Entering the catacombs was the beginning of a great war. Please remember this book's original domain name: Nine Heavens Divine Emperor Mobile Version. Chapter 617. Golden Keyboard. Although Ing has been a little dispirited recently, he still managed to update more than 18,000 words per day this month. Brothers, please support him. Please, Golden Keyboard, I repeat once more, I can't help it. Global Martial Arts, shamelessly asking for help currently typing. Please wait for a moment. After the content has been updated, please refresh the page to receive the latest update. Chapter 618. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't posted anything in the group. I haven't done anything, but I keep getting reported and reported. Coincidentally, Tung Sun has been investigating these days, and I'm really unlucky. While I'm writing, a lot of book friends PM me. Why did you disband the group? I really didn't. I'm about to cry too. I continue to write, and the administrators are dealing with it. Brothers, don't be impatient. Global Martial Arts is so angry that I want to vomit blood. Let me explain the second chapter of the day. Currently typing, please wait a moment. After the content has been updated, please refresh the page to receive the latest update. Chapter 619. Brother, a sorrowful howl came from the forest. A young man who still had a childish look on his face suddenly let out a sorrowful roar. Like a wild beast that had gone berserk, he held his saber and quickly rushed toward a battlefield not far away. There, a young man's head had been pierced. Before he died, he waved at his younger brother behind him. Don't come. Brother, Zhao, retreat. Someone shouted angrily. In the midst of a great battle, how could he lose focus? Tears fell from the young man's eyes. He gritted his teeth and turned to kill in another direction. His brother was a rank 4 martial artist, but he was easily killed. He, who had just entered rank 3, would only be sending himself to his death if he went. Just as Zhao left, a sword light exploded at the place where he had just left. One of the armored martial artists who had just killed the youth snorted lightly. Right after Xiao Chen snorted, Wang Jinyang, who was not far away, raised his bow and fired an arrow. The scarlet arrow pierced through several people. The armored cultivator who just killed the youth had his head explode. Li Hansong's body shone with golden light as he shouted, "Retreat! Leave this place to us!" As soon as he finished speaking, Li Hansong punched out, and dozens of people in front of him exploded into minced meat. A bunch of trash. Come kill us. Li Hansong leaped into the air and roared, "MCMU instructor Li Hansong is here. Do you dare to fight, Skygate Dog?" Rumble. Just as he rose into the air, a series of metal crossbow bolts shot toward him. Rumble. The crossbow bolt exploded on Li Hansong's body, emitting a crisp metallic sound. Trash is trash. Li Hansong's chi and blood soared to the sky. His iron fist blasted towards the direction where the crossbow bolt had come from. They were the archers of Skygate City. In the catacombs, only middle-rank powerhouses could form a crossbow army like this. They were equipped with energy or vitality to cause the greatest damage. At the side, Wang Jinyang did not soar into the air. If he did so, he might be attacked by hundreds or thousands of cultivators. Li Hansong's defense was strong, so he could block them. However, he might not be able to block the attacks of countless martial artists. However, Wang Jinyang wasn't completely motionless. He let out a low roar and shot out a series of blood arrows. In the distance, miserable screams rang out incessantly. In the next moment, a few figures dashed out from the sky and attacked the two of them. Damn, I've been waiting for you. If I had known this would happen, I wouldn't have bothered looking for this toy. Li Hansong was not surprised. Instead, he was delighted. Previously, he and Lao Wang had been looking for Tianmen City to combine their essence and blood to fight. However, the Jiao's forest was huge, and it was not that easy to find. Now, The other party had delivered himself to his doorstep. There were many ambushers, but not all of them were at the essence and blood fusion realm. However, at this moment, 3 mentality, vitality, unity, and 5 rank, 6 powerhouses had arrived. The 8 of them attacked from all directions at the same time. On the battlefield, someone like Li Hansong, who dared to fly into the air and expose his whereabouts, was the biggest target of the enemy. While these people attacked, the crossbow bolts did not stop at all. The sounds of metal exploding rang out one after another. In the next moment, there was even the sound of an energy cannon exploding, and a powerful energy beam shot straight at Li Hansong. Buzz! Wang Jinyang had also been searching for the location of this large weapon. Now that he had found his target, he did not hesitate to shoot out a pillar of blood. In the blink of an eye, an incomparably thick vitality arrow shot out from the longbow toward the direction where the energy cannon had just been fired. Wherever the blood arrow passed, the trees would explode, creating a path. The speed was so fast that it couldn't be any faster. In the next moment, the blood arrow fell. Rumble! A deafening explosion rang out. The energy cannon exploded. A large weapon like this needed to be filled with a large amount of energy stones. At this moment, even the energy stone cannon had been triggered and exploded. Originally, the energy stones were relatively stable. It was difficult for Vitality Force to detonate them. Usually, mentality had to be used. However, Wang Jinyang's arrow earlier was filled with celestiality. At the mentality vitality unity realm, he could already convert celestiality. In midair, Li Hansong had also fought with the ambushers. Kills! Li Hansong's golden bone force erupted, blowing up a rank 6 with one punch. At this moment, he was like a Vajra war god, laughing maniacally. All of you come, no matter how many trash there are, there's still trash. In the forest, a powerhouse shouted in the catacombs language, hold him back. Tiger and leopard army, kill the enemy. Wolf army, surround and kill them. In the forest, countless martial artists leaped into the air. Under the leadership of more than 10 rank 6 powerhouses, they attacked quickly. Not only Li Hansong, but Wang Jinyang was also targeted. Skygate City had 3 armies: Tiger, Leopard, and Wolf Army. These were the armies led by the 3 rank 8s in the past. Other than these 3 armies, Skygate City's strongest army was the Imperial Guards. They were personally led by the Lord of Skygate City. However, in the previous few battles, the 3 armies had suffered heavy losses. Their numbers were less than half. Even so, at this moment, the entire Wolf Army was mobilized. More than 1,000 martial artists surrounded Li Hansong and the rest. The pressure on both of them increased dramatically. At this moment, in the forest, Qin Fengqing rose into the air, laughing maniacally. Rank 6 is mine. As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Fengqing shot out, slashing with his saber. In front, more than 10 rank for martial artists who rose into the air using the flight step were killed instantly. In the forest, Du Hong growled, pass the order, leave the encirclement, and kill the enemy. Leave the wolf army to them. General, trust them. Du Hong growled. Li Hansong and the rest had revealed their strength and their whereabouts to reduce the pressure on the people of MCMEU and lure away a large number of powerhouses. At this moment, the overall situation was the most important. Killing the enemy was the most important. Under Du Hong's order, a large number of martial artists gritted their teeth and quickly killed in all directions. At the same time, Luo Yichuan and the rest did not participate in the battle here. They quickly killed in all directions. Li Hansong and the rest had lured away a large number of rank 6 powerhouses. This was everyone's chance. In midair, Li Hansong, Wang Jinyang, and Qin Fengqing were killing in all directions. However, there were too many people. Qin Fengqing, who had the weakest ability, was quickly hit by a peak rank 6 martial artist. He spat blood, but he was still laughing maniacally. He roared 3 rank SSS. He had killed 3 same rank powerhouses. Baldy, let's go. Li Hansong killed a rank 5 with one punch and roared at Qin Fengqing. At this moment, There were close to 1,000 martial artists surrounding them. There were already 5 people at Mentality Vitality Unity. Skygate City turned out in full force. The surrounding cities and towns' powerhouses were all conscripted into the army. The powerhouses of the families and sects in the city were also forcibly conscripted. The Battle of the City. This also caused the other party to have more Mentality Vitality Unity powerhouses than expected. Qin Fengqing's ability was the weakest. If he did not leave now, he would not be able to. Why are you leaving? Kill! Qin Fengqing roared, turned around, and ran backward. He did not leave, but killed his way into the martial artist army formation. He did not care about the peak rank 6 who was chasing him from behind. On the other side, Wang Jinyang threw away his alloy longbow. In an instant, the celestial bridge appeared in the shape of a bow. The blood arrow condensed again and shot out violently. An arrow pierced through the air, shooting the peak rank 6 who was chasing Qin Fengqing. In the air, Fong Ping's expression did not change. Even though he saw many MCMEU instructors and students dying on the spot, he was still unmoved. Not far away, the upper stage rank 7 martial artist's expression was extremely cold. Fong Ping said mildly, "You're all trash indeed. The battle losses are 100 times more than ours. More than 1,000 martial artists can't even kill 3 people. Ridiculous. You're asking for it. Trash. Do you dare to make a move? You're just a dog. Do you know what a dog is? Without the permission of your dog king, do you dare to make a move?" Fong Ping sneered and said playfully, "So what if you guys are high ranks? Does your dog king care about your lives? He's leaving. If he leaves, how many people can he take with him? Since he can't take them with him, instead of leaving them for the next city lord, he might as well destroy them. Selfish. This is the catacombs. This is the catacombs' powerhouses." The chieftain in the distance had a cold expression on his face. A murderous glint flickered in his eyes as he stared at Fong Ping, as if he was about to make a move in the next second. Fong Ping ignored him and stopped looking at him. The battle below was getting more and more intense. Corpses were everywhere. Although Skygate City had countless casualties, MCMEU had also started to suffer casualties. Fong Ping's eyes were cold. Although he could conceal his aura, once he did so, his aura would also be restrained. He could not isolate his mentality alone. Until now, Fong Ping still had not made a move. However, it was not that Fong Ping had no other way. In the next moment, Fong Ping took out some vitality pills and started taking them. The rank 7 in the distance was dumbfounded. Why was this guy taking pills for no reason? Fong Ping could not be bothered with him. He ate a large number of vitality pills like eating jelly beans. In reality, he did not take any pills. He did not convert the vitality force in these pills at all. All of it was forced out of his body. When his body was filled with a large amount of vitality force, Fong Ping quietly restrained his aura. At the same time, among the martial artists who were besieging Qin Fengqing and the rest, a Vitality and Vitality Unity powerhouse appeared stunned for a moment. This moment was so fast that the others did not feel it at all. Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong, on the other hand, were long prepared. The moment Fong Ping made his move, his mentality brushed past both of them. Without thinking, both of them attacked together. Rumble! Celestiality exploded. A Vitality and Vitality Unity powerhouse, under the situation where both of them attacked at the same time, stagnated for a moment. This was fatal. Bang! The sound of an explosion was heard. On the battlefield, half an hour after the battle started, the first Vitality and Vitality Unity powerhouse had fallen. This was just the beginning. Both Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong possessed extremely strong abilities. At this moment, with Fong Ping's secret assistance, they unleashed their strongest abilities. Under the two of them's combined forces, the moment the first Vitality and Vitality Unity powerhouse died, they attacked again. Wang Jinyang put away his bow and drew his saber. Li Hansong's golden iron fist exploded. Rumble! Countless trees exploded. Some of the rank 4 and 5 martial artists surrounding them were also blown up by the aftermath. The second Vitality and Vitality Unity powerhouse, who was hit head-on by both of them, died instantly. Damn it! In the air, the rank 7 chieftain was furious. His eyes revealed a murderous glint as he glanced at both Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong. These two were too strong. However strong they were, they could not kill the same rank in one move. Now, with both of them joining forces, in a mere second, they killed 2 potential chieftains. At this moment, this chieftain powerhouse's heart was bleeding. Skygate City, Battle of the City, there were no more than 10 potential chieftains. In this short moment, 2 people died. At this moment, Fong Ping threw a few vitality pills over, smiling faintly. Watch the show. Watch the big show. We humans like to take something while watching the show. Let's try it together. Bastard. This chieftain used his mentality to shatter the vitality pills directly. The murderous glint in his eyes could no longer be concealed. Fong Ping sneered, not continuing to provoke him. There was no need to provoke a battle between high ranks now. Once the high-rank powerhouses started a battle, they would not be able to participate in the battle between the middle and low ranks. Now that he was a high rank, it was a good thing and an opportunity for him to secretly assist MCMAU. He would delay the time first. The more he killed, the better. Fong Ping began to stroll around. From time to time, he would secretly use his mentality to help everyone kill the enemies. However, Fong Ping did not do it often. If he did it too often, he would be discovered sooner or later. In the forest, Chen Yinshi pierced her opponent's throat with a sword. Her own chest was also pierced, but the long sword did not pierce into her body. Chen Yinshi touched her chest lightly. She lifted her head to look at Fong Ping, who was hovering in the air, a hint of a smile in her eyes. The rank 9 inner armor that Fong Ping gave her saved her life again. Go! Go help the others! Chen Yinshi did not stop. She shouted softly and led the people around her toward the battlefield where Zhao Xiumei and the others were not far away. When she arrived, Zhao Xiumei was already heavily injured. She was bathed in blood, but her expression was as cold as ever. Xiumei, I'm fine. Kill them. Zhao Xiumei growled. Chen Yunxi roared angrily and started fighting with this team of martial artists that consisted of dozens of people. A golden energy crystal appeared in the heavily injured Zhao Xiumei's hand. She lifted her head to look at Fong Ping in the air. Her eyes dimmed. After a while, she kept the energy crystal and continued to fight with the blood-colored staff in her hand. Xiumei, heal. Wait a little longer. Zhao Xiumei's face was pale. She growled and smashed the head of a rank for martial artist with one blow. She was also slashed in the shoulder by a saber. Blood spurted out. Only then did Zhao Xiumei absorb the imperishable substance in the energy crystal. Her injuries healed in the blink of an eye. In the next moment, Zhao Xiumei returned to her peak state. She roared and swept her staff in all directions. A large group of people were swept until their torsos were broken. Yinshi, let's see who can kill more. Zhao Xiumei growled. She did not linger here and immediately rushed toward another direction. Chen Yinshi saw that she had left and did not say much. When they first entered the school, she, Zhao Xiumei, and Yang Xiaoman were very close. However, as their abilities improved and everyone grew, the number of times they met decreased. The time they had to talk also decreased. Everyone was no longer as uninhibited as before, talking about everything openly. Zhao Xiumei had been in the catacombs for the past year. With her once-honed talent, she had cultivated to upper stage rank 4. Everyone knew how much she had sacrificed and how much blood she had shed to achieve such perseverance. Although Chen Yunxi was usually reluctant to compete, at this moment, she did not hesitate. She said in a clear voice, "Let's compete then. Let's see who can kill more." As soon as she finished speaking, her long sword exploded with a blinding light. Blood spurted out of her mouth. It was not the long sword that cut the enemy, but the blood arrow that pierced the enemy's head. She knew the blood arrow method too. Instructor. Further away, Zhang Yu's tears flowed down his cheeks. He roared, "Kill! Kill these bastards!" Just a second ago, his instructor was killed by the enemy. Zhang Yu's instructor was not very strong. He was upper stage rank 5. Today, Zhang Yu was also middle stage rank 5. Compared to Fang Ping, Fu Changding, and the others, his instructor was not even rank 6. Even though he had become an instructor in MCMAU, Zhang Yu had never neglected his instructor. He had always been respectful. That kind old man was also full of expectations for him. Even if MCMAU had produced a lot of monsters, in the old man's eyes, he was still the most outstanding. Now his instructor was gone. Zhang Yu, who had always been kind, let out a beast-like roar at this moment. He directly cut a rank 5 martial artist in half. "Kill with me," Zhang Yu roared. His face was covered in blood. He took the lead, leading more than 10 rank for instructors and fighting a team of 100 people. Some died in battle. Some were injured, however, everyone fought crazily, killing until their hands were tired. After a few minutes, other than Zhang Yu and the remaining 7 or 8 instructors, the rest were all corpses. Not a loss. Dying in the catacombs is a martial artist's honor. "Instructor, your student has avenged you." Zhang Yu's face was covered in tears. His tears mixed with the blood on his face, turning into bloody tears that rolled down his face. A martial artist dying in the catacombs was the highest honor. But his instructor was dead. The Jiao's forest had completely turned into a slaughterhouse. In the air, Fang Ping's eyes glistened with tears. Was he not ruthless enough? Did he not want to be a leader? Was it not expected that some people would die in battle? Did he not say that he wanted everyone to experience the baptism of blood and fire? But why did he feel terrible in his heart? As a leader, in order to win, was it not normal to sacrifice some people? Killing the enemy 100 times. So what if there were a few casualties? It was a great victory. But that was a familiar instructor and a familiar classmate. Zheng Longjiang was dead. This instructor who had just entered rank 6 had died in battle. Fang Ping was too far away and could not save him in time. When he first entered the catacombs, it was this instructor and Tang Feng who led the team together. At that time, Zheng Longjiang was still rank 5. Now he had entered rank 6. Fang Ping still remembered that he had congratulated him a few days ago. But now, before he could even use the imperishable energy crystals, he was killed on the spot by a powerhouse at the Mentality Vitality Unity realm. Jean Lei was dead. This classmate who had participated in MCMAU's first championship with Fang Ping, who had just entered rank for a few days ago, brought along a middle stage rank for martial artist and went on the road together. He was only 20 years old. There were many people who had died. A weak roar came from Fang Ping's mouth. His eyes were fierce as he looked at the person not far away. This was war. If the catacombs were not fair, the war would not stop. Generations of martial artists, day after day, year after year, fought and bled on this land, dying in battle, waiting for their compatriots to quell the disaster. They waited for years and years. "One day, I will kill all of you bastards." Fang Ping did not care about the past, about the ancient martial arts era. He only knew that in the past 100 years, it was the catacombs that had been waging war against humans. He only knew that one by one, the Paragon guarded the Imperial Sea Mountain for thousands of miles, sleepless day and night. He only knew that in modern times, tens of thousands of martial artists died in the catacombs every year. How many years had it been? How many martial artists had died in the 100-Year War? How many soldiers had died? In the past 100 years, millions of martial artists had died in battle on this strange land. Millions of soldiers were buried in foreign lands, never to return to the human world. Kill them all! Fang Ping suddenly roared. His voice was like a great bell, traveling dozens of miles. In the air, the commander-in-chief's eyes were cold and fierce. He said fiercely, "You want to start a war between high ranks now? So what if I am?" Fang Ping's eyes were cold and fierce. He looked straight in the direction of Sky Gate City and shouted, "Old dog, if you dare to attack MCMU martial artists who are below high ranks, then don't blame me for going to Imperial Sea Mountain and asking the Paragon to kill you. Do you really think you can scare me?" I don't believe that a cowardly old dog like you dares to gamble." In the distance, the Lord of Sky Gate City's eyes were dark. "Paragon, true king." Before he could speak, Fong Ping shouted again. "But if you insist on sending everyone in Sky Gate City to their deaths, then I will satisfy you. For one human death, your Sky Gate City will lose 100 people. If you don't care, then kill. Everyone in MCMU, listen up. Leave no one alive. Leave no one alive. Kill them all. Kill." Among the crowd, some rank 6 powerhouses leaped into the air one after another, roaring. Du Hong shouted, "Kill them all. Leave no one alive. Kill." Roars after roars were heard. The sound of killing shook the sky. Fong Ping looked at the commander-in-chief behind him and snorted coldly. "Do you really think I'm afraid of you high-ranks attacking? Try killing one of them if you dare." As soon as Fong Ping finished speaking, he leaped into the air, turned around, and left. On the spot, the commander-in-chief's expression changed. Would the king really dare to attack these people? Perhaps he would not dare. Then forcing MCMU to start a war between the middle and low ranks would probably not meet the king's expectations. Looking at the corpses strewn all over the ground below, the ground dyed red. No matter how strict the hierarchy was, seeing tens of thousands of people dead here, the commander-in-chief still had mixed feelings. The king was leaving. If he left, then he would not care about the survival of Monsterwood City's people. However, they would not leave. They would migrate to the new city. Now, a large number of elite people had died here. From now on, could Monsterwood City still have a foothold in 7 Southern Territory? "King, do you really not care at all?" At this moment, the commander-in-chief turned his head to look at Royal City. Wood King was as cold and arrogant as ever. Tens of thousands of troops had gone to war. How long had it been? Tens of thousands of people had died in battle. A large number of ordinary people were being massacred. Was the king still not going to announce a stop? Would he stop only when they were all killed? In order to attack the Snake King, was the king no longer concerned about anyone's life and death? "King," the commander-in-chief murmured softly. Suddenly, he looked at Fong Ping, who had gone far away, a complicated look flashing across his eyes. Did the resurrected martial artist have more emotions than them? He saw that person crying just now. Chapter 620. The massacre was still ongoing. On the first day of entering the catacombs, a great war broke out. Countless people were killed. This battle lasted for nearly 2 hours. Everyone killed until they were numb, until their hands went limp. From the direction of Sky Gate City came the loud sound of a horn. "Retreat!" Some powerhouses roared, and the army of Sky Gate City began to retreat like the tide. In the distance, the master of Heaven Gate City acted as if he had not seen any casualties. His voice traveled dozens of miles as he said calmly, "Snake King, let's continue tomorrow." Wu Quishan stood in the air and said calmly, 20,000 dead, thousands of martial artists. Are you not going to stop until you exhaust Sky Gate City's last drop of blood? Snake King, only the strong can control everything. At this moment, the Sky Gate City Lord no longer held back. In reality, there was nothing to hold back in the catacombs. He laughed and said, "You feel sorry for me? Weak? Snake King, this is not an emotion that a powerhouse should have. If you don't want to, I won't force you. I'll let your disciples live under your wings for the rest of their lives." "Ha ha, Mugmao." After laughing, the Sky Gate City Lord said calmly, "The Fiend Tree Army has killed countless enemies over the years. Snake King, the battle will end once we decide who's the winner. At that time, just like what that commander of yours said, do you guys dare to kill martial artists below the high ranks?" He did not dare to act recklessly against these people, because there was a true king of the land of rebirth at Mount Royal Sea. But outside of Imperial Sea Mountain, there was still the true king of God Continent. Not just one, 3. The Scholar Tree King was staring, the Green Wolf King was staring, and the Bamboo King of the 7 southern regions' demonic plant tribe was staring. With 3 true kings present, the outcome of the battle between the high ranks would be decided. Would the resurrected martial artists dare to kill those middle-ranked and low-ranked martial artists? Did he dare to continue slaughtering the people of Monsterwood City? I wouldn't dare. The end of the battle between high ranks meant that the war had come to an end. The master of Sky Gate City laughed again. The war is over, and there are no more obstacles in the Royal City's migration. From now on, the Monster Tree Army, which is stained with the blood of MCMAU, will never appear on the frontline battlefield again. Snake King, are you willing to do this? Is MCMU willing to accept this? To continue or to give up? It's your choice. Fight! 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 At this moment, Wu Quishan had yet to speak. In the forest, the MCMU people were roaring as they chased after them. They were going to continue fighting. They would not allow the executioners of Sky Gate City to leave. Sky Gate City Lord did not care about the lives of these people. He just wanted to kill a large number of MCMAU people. He knew that the Snake King would be affected. Resurrecting a martial artist? How ridiculous! In this world, the strong preyed on the weak, and the strong dominated everything. Those people were not related to him, so why should he care about them? Not to mention that they were not relatives. Even if they were, so what? If he could kill a great enemy like the Snake King, even if the entire Monsterwood City was annihilated, what did it have to do with him? He had long since prepared to leave the 7 southern regions. Wu Quishan was silent. Not far away, Fong Ping once again intimidated another fusion of mentality-vitality, causing him to be one step behind and be killed by Old Wang and Tai Tu. At this moment, Fong Ping's voice was cold as he shouted, "Fight! We won't stop fighting until we kill them all. Then let's fight." Wu Quishan roared with laughter and shouted, "We human martial artists never fear battle. No matter how many casualties there are, don't even think about interfering with me. The more MCMAU bleeds today, the worse your fate will be the next day." Ha ha! The Lord of Sky Gate City laughed and shouted, "All the martial artists in Royal City are conscripted into the 3 armies today." He wanted to fight for the entire city. In the city, the Sky Gate tree branch swayed, mentality trembling. The Lord of Sky Gate City said coldly, "Divine Tree, this is the true king's order. This battle we can only win, not lose. If Divine Tree has the confidence to kill the Snake King, I won't conscript the army anymore." As soon as he said that, the Sky Gate tree branch shook for a moment again, then calmed down. The true king. The moment the Lord of Sky Gate City said the true king, the Sky Gate tree understood that its resistance was useless. The Huai King demanded that Monsterwood City win, not to mention the large number of casualties. Even if it and the Wood King died here, in the eyes of the Huai King, everything would be worth it if MCMAU was finally annihilated. This was the catacombs, cruel and realistic. As for the Snake King, the Sky Gate tree had no confidence in killing him. Even if it joined forces with the Wood King, it had no confidence in killing the other party. It had already recognized that a few years ago, it was the Snake King who attacked it. That year, the Snake King was a venerable, armed with a rank 8 divine weapon, broke into the city and cut off a section of its torso. The memory was still fresh in its mind. Now, the Snake King had entered the king's realm and was of the same rank as it. If it had the confidence to win and kill, the battle between the high ranks would have started long ago. It was because it did not that the current war came to be. The killing gradually stopped. The Sky Gate City army retreated, but it did not collapse. The MCMAU people chased after them, killing a group of weak people who fell behind. When the other party left the Jiao's forest, the MCMAU people also began to retreat. Jiao's forest core area. Wu Quishan and the others landed on the ground. Fong Ping also landed at the same time. At this moment, Fong Ping had regained his composure. Lifting his head to look at Wu Quishan, Fong Ping said slowly, "Vice-Chancellor, this is how war is. Don't be affected." Wu Quishan was calmer than him. His eyes were deep, and he said without the slightest tone, "The Lord of Sky Gate City thinks that this can make me lose my composure. I can only say that he thinks too much. In this life, I've experienced more than him." As soon as he finished speaking, A group of people in front returned, bathed in blood. Not all of them returned. There were still many people defending the perimeter of the Jiao's forest. Luo Yichuan, Du Hong, and a few others returned. As soon as they returned, Luo Yichuan said loudly, "In this battle, we killed more than 20,000 enemies. We killed more than 500 middle-rank martial artists and more than 3,000 low-rank martial artists. Great victory! Great victory!" Everyone shouted one after another. Wu Quishan did not ask about the battle damage. He said loudly, "Go. Report to Hope City that MCMEU has achieved great victory. This battle, destroy the city. Destroy the city." Everyone shouted in unison. Outside the perimeter, the people who stayed behind also shouted loudly, their shouts shaking the sky. The battle to destroy the city. Hope City. At this moment, there were many people on the city walls. Some looked worried, some looked calm. At this moment, in the direction of the Jiao's forest, a martial artist used the flight step and shouted, "MCMAU has achieved great victory. More than 20,000 enemies and killed 4,000 martial artists. The Wolf Army has been destroyed. MCMAU has achieved great victory." Ha! Tian Mu laughed loudly. His laughter echoed throughout Hope City. He shouted, "MCMAU has achieved great victory. Did you hear that? The first battle has achieved great victory. Skygate City will be destroyed. MCMU will win. Sino Nation will win." The troops shouted in unison. Their voices spread throughout the catacombs. Outside Monster Sunflower City, the Sino Nation's defending soldiers cheered loudly when they heard the news. The Grandmaster Powerhouse in charge of guarding this place stepped into the air, looked at Monster Sunflower City from afar, and shouted, "Skygate City will be destroyed. You'll be next." "How dare you, Lord of Monster Sunflower City? You're asking the powerhouses under your command to support Skygate City. How foolish. Those who go to help in the battle will die, without a doubt." At this moment, the last golden body powerhouse in the city stepped into the air and said coldly, "Resurrected martial artist, you're trying to incite a war. So what if we fight? Humans have never feared war. Tell them, do we dare to fight?" As soon as he finished speaking, thousands of military martial artists in the camp shouted in unison, "We dare to fight. Military order. The war will not end. Monster Sunflower City, be it humans or dogs, do not let them step past the line of defense. Receive the order." In the next moment, a large group of martial artists directly sealed off all of Monster Sunflower City's passageways. Energy cannons lined up side by side, and large siege crossbows emitted a cold glint. The Grandmaster in charge shouted, "Lord of Monster Sunflower City, do you dare to leave the city? Bastard!" The Rank 8 powerhouse was instantly enraged. Although the military department Grandmaster in charge was only a Rank 7, he was still in high spirits and shouted, "Do you dare or not? If you want to fight, then fight. Humans have no fear. No fear. We dare to fight." In the next moment, Tian Mu stepped into the air from afar, shouting, "A bunch of dogs who haven't even seen blood. How dare you declare war on us humans? Skygate City will be your ending." In the city, at this moment, the Lord of Monster Sunflower City also stepped into the air. His eyes were dangerous as he said lightly, "Tian Mu, are you trying to start a war? So what if I am?" A divine weapon appeared in Tian Mu's hands. He shouted, "Come, I'll kill you. Do you dare to leave the city? I'm asking you if you dare." Tian Mu roared again. The summit agreement stated that war should not be started lightly. However, now that Monster Sunflower City's powerhouses were supporting Skygate City, as long as the Lord of Monster Sunflower City dared to leave the city, he would dare to start a war with Monster Sunflower City. In the city, the Lord of Monster Sunflower City's face was ashen. An incomparably huge sunflower was also swaying, eager to move. At this moment, behind Tian Mu, Elder Fan stepped into the air and said calmly, "If you dare to take a step out of the city, Second City will be destroyed today. Fight!" Thousands of military martial artists roared again. unable to hide the murderous intent and excitement in their eyes. MCMU had won a great victory, but a great victory must have casualties. MCMAU dared to fight, and they were not afraid to fight either. At this moment, if a war broke out, Monster Sunflower City's powerhouses would definitely return to help, which would also reduce the pressure on MCMU's comrades. In the city, a powerhouse put on a brave front, yelling angrily, "How dare you? Trash!" Tianmu sneered. The 24 outer territories are in Sino Nation, and Sino Nation has destroyed countless cities. If not for the restricted area, destroying you all is but a snap of a finger. A bunch of abandoned pawns dare to clamor. In the city, the powerhouse's expressions were ugly. Tianmu was carefree, laughing loudly. Keep an eye on them. If one of these trash dares to leave the city, attack the city and declare war. Yes! Everyone yelled in unison again, their aura soaring. In the city, some of the soldiers on the city walls were pale. Monster Sunflower City had not participated in the war for long. In the past few battles with humans, there had been countless casualties, and some of the soldiers were terrified. Now, the city's venerables and chieftains had gone to Monsterwood City to assist in the war, and their strength was not as good as before. Once a war broke out, many people looked at the high-ranked powerhouses in the city, their eyes filled with worry. The Lord of Monster Sunflower City did not say a word. He tilted his head and looked into the distance, in the direction of Sky Gate City. Would King this trash? If they could not annihilate MCMAU this time and severely injure the resurrected martial artists, then Monster Sunflower City's days would be difficult. The martial artists in the city had already grown timid. How could they continue fighting? At this moment, the Lord of Monster Sunflower City was a little worried. In the past, Monsterwood City was at the forefront, but on the first day Monster Sunflower City joined the war, Monsterwood City was hit hard. Not long after, a large-scale, decisive battle broke out. Once Monsterwood City was destroyed, the Lord of Monster Sunflower City dared not imagine what the consequences would be if this continued. There were 13 cities in the 7 southern territories, and the Monster Plant clan had 6 cities. If Monsterwood City was destroyed, there were still 5 cities left. However, these 5 cities did not belong to one force. There were many true kings in the True King Hall. He belonged to the Bamboo King bloodline. Bamboo King had 3 cities in the 7 southern territories, but the other 2 cities. Would they listen to the Bamboo King's orders wholeheartedly? The outer territories were now inconvenient to enter and exit the restricted area. Even a true king's control over the outer territories had been greatly weakened. Not to mention that the 7 southern territories was not the Bamboo King's territory, but the Monster Life Clan's territory. Ignoring Tianmu's clamor, the resurrected martial artists did not dare to attack the city rashly. After all, the royal court had the upper hand. If Tianmu dared to attack the city, even the Green Wolf King would not stand idly by. However, it would be difficult to go out of the city to help Monsterwood City. Tianmu's provocation was to let them attack first, and then seize the opportunity to start the war. Monster Sunflower City was intimidated. Monster Phoenix City in the northwest did not have a large army, nor did it have a large number of Grandmaster powerhouses. Wu Chuan defended the pass alone, standing proudly in the void. At this moment, Wu Chuan stood proudly in the air 1,000 meters in front of Monster Phoenix City's city gate. He did not say a word, did not say a word. If Monster Phoenix City dared to attack, he dared to kill. In the city lord's residence. The fiery red-haired Monster Phoenix City lord sat on the throne, looking out of the city, and said lightly, "This is the guardian of the land of rebirth." Beside him, someone said softly, "The weakest guardian. There are 4 great guardians in Sino Nation, 2 true kings, and 1 peerless powerhouse below the true king level. This one is the weakest." For great guardians, 2 true kings, the Monster Phoenix City lord murmured. Very powerful. The 4 great guardians had the same status, which was evident. Even if this guardian was not as good as a true king, he would not be weak. The monster Phoenix City Lord pondered for a moment and said, Royal Court orders to kill MCMU's Fangping and Constellation City's Jiangchao. Today, it is MCMU who is at war with Monsterwood City. I'm afraid Fangping is also among them. Everyone, where should Monster Phoenix City go? My lord, the Royal Court is far away in the restricted area. Although 7 Southern Territory belongs to the Royal Court, we belong to Lord Green Wolf King. The Royal Court's order is not the Wolf King's order. In this war between MCMU and Monsterwood City, is it worth it for Monster Phoenix City to act rashly? As the person spoke, he glanced outside the city. There was still a garrison envoy there. Although the Royal Court had given them benefits and promised them countless things, who knew if they could get the benefits? Even if they could, if they died, then there would be nothing left. Another person said, My lord, why not wait for Monsterwood City and MCMU to decide the winner? If Monsterwood City wins, then Fangping might die in battle. When the time comes, we can ask Monsterwood City to hand over Fangping's corpse. We can get great merits, and we don't have to participate in this war. When the Monster Phoenix City Lord heard this, he nodded slightly. This was not a bad idea. If Monsterwood City really won, and he went to ask for a corpse, would the other party not give it? He did not have to contribute, but he could get merits and benefits. This was much better than rashly participating in the war. The Jiao's Forest. Putting aside the reactions of the other 2 cities. At this moment, Fangping was calculating the battle losses. After a long time, Fangping said slowly, 47 instructors died in battle, 68 students died in battle. Wu Quishan did not say anything. Tang Feng said, 115 people died in battle, killing tens of thousands of enemies. It's worth it. Tens of thousands, including a large number of ordinary people. The actual number of martial artists killed was only about 4,000 people. As for these martial artists who were killed, just Wang Jinyang and a few others alone killed hundreds of them. Fangping had secretly helped them kill many rank 6 powerhouses. The ratio was 1 to 40. For every martial artist MCMU died in battle, the other party would lose dozens of people. However, Fangping was not happy. Beside him, Luo Yichuan also sighed softly. It seemed like they killed a lot of enemies, but the other party was full of martial artists in the 3 lower ranks. On MCMU's side, there were a large number of middle ranks. The weakest was rank 3. In this war, it was not until later that the rank 2 martial artists fought. Before this, the rank 2 martial artists were all outside the Jiao's Forest, responsible for the second line of defense. In addition, Fangping had given away a large number of imperishable energy crystals. In fact, this result was not too out of the ordinary. In fact, it was a little less. Fangping did not say anything more. He looked around. Many people were covered in blood, and many were exhausted and seriously injured. Fangping looked at Huang Jing and said, Vice-Chancellor Huang, distribute the remaining imperishable energy crystals to those who are injured. Let them recover from their injuries, recuperate, and wait for tomorrow's battle. Huang Jing wanted to say something, but stopped. Now that the war had just started and the imperishable energy crystals have been used up, then next, don't worry. When the time comes, I will still provide them to everyone. Huang Jing sighed and did not say anything else. He led Luo Yichuan and the others on patrol, distributing imperishable energy crystals to the injured martial artists. Fangping did not look. He did not want to look. He was afraid that if he saw those students and teachers who had died in battle, it would make him hesitate and make him question himself. Before the war, he had to adjust his mentality. After Huang Jing left, Wu Quishan said, The Sky Gate tree is shaking. I can feel it. The Sky Gate City Lord wanted to make me reveal an opening, but he went for wool and came home shorn. Instead, he made the Sky Gate tree shake. This is an opportunity. Changsheng, next you must seize this opportunity. When the war starts, I will provoke the other party and make him reveal this weak opening. Use that sword of yours at that time. Remember, before this, don't attack unless you really can't take it anymore. Old man Li nodded slightly. At this moment, his longevity sword was not nourished in the Sanjiao Gate. Instead, it was hanging on his waist. His right hand was also holding the sword. He was waiting for the opportunity to kill the enemy with one sword. The Skygate tree was not Yanghe. This was a rank 9 monster plant. Compared to killing Yanghe, it was not easy to kill the Skygate tree with one sword, even with Wu Quishan holding it back. At this moment, a wave of vitality fluctuation suddenly came from the forest. Wu Quishan's face showed some relief. He said softly, "Someone has broken through." It was not a strong martial artist breaking through. It was a peak rank 3 martial artist breaking through to rank 4, building the Celestial Bridge. However, this also explained a lot. Today's war was not a waste of effort. At the same time of revenge, it was also a baptism. Just as Wu Quishan was speaking, Qin Fengqing, who was injured to the point of death, moved toward Fang Ping with difficulty. He said weakly, "I killed 5 rank SXS. There were too many rank 4s and 4s. I didn't count them clearly. Count me in as 2 rank SS." Fang Ping chuckled. "All right, that's 7 rank SXS, right?" "Ah." Qin Fengqing was happy to hear Fang Ping's approval. Then he wanted to raise his arm, but he could not. His body staggered and fell on Fang Ping. A lot of blood flowed out. He said gloomily, "I didn't expect that I can't take it anymore after killing so few people." Fang Ping looked at him for a while. After a while, he said, "What about the indestructible crystal? I used it a long time ago." Qin Fengqing shook his head. He spat out another mouthful of blood. He said desolately, "It's okay. I can still fight. As long as I don't die, I will fight to the end. I will fight until the last drop of blood." Qin Fengqing covered his mouth. Blood kept gushing and dripping from between his fingers. His injuries were really serious. Everyone present was a powerhouse. They could feel all these. The rank 6 beast leather armor on Qin Fengqing's body was now pierced through. It hung on his body in tatters. There were countless saber and sword wounds on his body. There was even a penetrating wound on his chest. The flesh in the middle of his forehead was also torn. That was the most dangerous time. His skull was almost pierced through. An early-stage rank 6 martial artist had killed 5 rank SIXS. Such a battle record was not repeated. It was done in one go in a big battle. Even Wu Quishan was paying more attention to Qin Fengqing now. This kid, if he did not die, he was really a talent. Among the prodigy martial artists of the current generation, many people only knew of Fang Ping, Yao Qingjun, and a few others. Many people did not even know who Qin Fengqing was. However, no one could deny that Qin Fengqing was one of the rare prodigy martial artists of the current generation. He could even be ranked in the top 10. And he was not a resurrected martial artist. Seeing him injured like this, everyone could not help but look at Fang Ping. Fang Ping sighed. He did not know what to say. After a while, he said, "Next time, remember to hide things properly. If you swallow it into your stomach, I can sense it too." Qin Fengqing's body stiffened for a moment, and he quickly revealed a dazed expression, as if he didn't know what he was talking about. "I'm about to die, yet you're not going to save me?" As for the imperishable energy crystal in his stomach, who would mind having an extra life? Fang Ping still had a lot of imperishable substances hidden away. Fang Ping could not help but laugh. He did not say anything. After thinking for a while, he looked around, but he still did not make the move to create something himself. Forget it. It's not worth it to create something by myself every time I use the imperishable substance. I'll just pretend it's stored in my body. He pressed one hand on Qin Fengqing's head, and a faint golden glow appeared. Very quickly, Qin Fengqing's injuries began to improve. Qin Fengqing's face was full of satisfaction. "I've profited. Another imperishable substance. Awesome." Seeing that Fang Ping did not seem to care, Qin Fengqing continued to vomit blood. He said weakly, "When my injuries have healed, I will kill him until his blood flows like a river." Fang Ping stopped immediately, feeling a little speechless. "That's enough. Do you really think you have an endless supply of imperishable substances? This time, I saw that you were meritorious in killing the enemy. That's why I didn't argue with you. Take it easy. Do you think you're immortal? If it weren't for Iron Head and Old Wong blocking a few times for you, you would have died long ago. Qin Fengqing was a little embarrassed, but he nodded and said, "Don't worry, I won't die. I'm not afraid of you dying. If you die, so be it. The key is not to drag others down with you. Next time, don't run into Old Wong's battle circle and mess around blindly." Having said that, Fong Ping looked at Li Han Song and said, "Don't take risks for this bastard. Just take care of yourself." Li Han Song laughed foolishly and did not say anything. His defense was strong. Before this, he had blocked a few killer moves for Qin Fengqing. If it weren't for him, Qin Fengqing might not have survived until the end of this battle. Qin Fengqing laughed dryly. "What's the relationship between me and Iron Head?" "Iron Head, right?" Li Han Song chuckled. "Yes, you're my servant. You said it yourself." Qin Fengqing's expression stiffened. Before Fong Ping could ask, Li Han Song chuckled and said, "He said it himself. In his past life, he was a servant who guarded my house. During the great battle, he shouted, 'Master, save me.' I didn't have the nerve to ignore him." Everyone froze for a moment. Then, the sadness from before dissipated a lot. Even Wu Quishan could not help but laugh. Qin Fengqing's expression was extremely stiff. "Iron Head, this bastard, he said everything to others. Wasn't I forced to beg you to save me? As long as you know it yourself, why did you say it?" Everyone laughed for a while. In the end, this thick-skinned Qin Fengqing did not flee after being laughed at. Instead, he continued to curry favor with Iron Head. Even Fong Ping admired his thick skin. Chapter 621. On August 15th, the war began. On the night of the 15th, a night battle broke out. That night, Skygate City's middle-rank powerhouses turned out in full force and attacked the Jiao's forest at night. That night, the sounds of fighting never stopped. That night, in a fit of rage, a certain someone decided not to supervise the battle anymore. He retracted his aura, hid himself in the Jiao's forest, and personally took action to kill. Not only did he hide himself, but he also hid Yao Qingjun. 2 rank 7 powerhouses were hidden in the Jiao's forest. Under the joint attack of their mentality, even mentality-vitality fusion would kill them. In the sky, Huang Jing was supervising the battle. At the periphery, Wu Quishan unleashed his mentality pressure, intimidating everyone and covering up the disappearance of the 2 rank 7s. With Fong Ping and Yao Qingjuan's covert interference, Skygate City suffered heavy casualties that night. A large number of middle-rank martial artists had died or been injured during the day, and another batch had died at night. Initially, there were less than 1,000 middle-rank martial artists. Now, the death toll had exceeded 700. However, after cleaning up the battlefield afterward, Fong Ping and the others found out that the group of people who attacked in the night were mostly civilians. The governor of Skygate City had recruited almost all the martial artists in Skygate City. The sky was bright. Outside the Jiao's forest, some of MCMU's wounded were evacuated from the forest. At this moment, Fong Ping also retreated from the forest. Not only were there injured people, but there were also some corpses of people who had died in battle. The corpses of those who had died in the battle yesterday had also been sent out. They would be sent back to Hope City today. Some people were sobbing softly, and some girls were choking slightly. An old student berated him. Fong Ping stood outside the forest, not moving forward. It was not until 2 students passed by, carrying the body of an acquaintance, that Fong Ping suddenly walked over. On the stretcher, the dead had already lost all their blood. His chubby face was deathly pale. Fong Ping suddenly had an indescribable feeling. He said softly, "He's only a peak rank 2. He's at the back." A young student who was carrying the stretcher said in a choked voice, "President Guo." President Guo said that he's the vice president of the Ping Yuan Club and the head of the public relations department. He's a disgrace to the Ping Yuan Club and is still a rank 2. He wants to make use of this opportunity to kill more enemies in exchange for some precious pills to break through to rank 3. Idiots! Fong Ping cursed. As he cursed, his voice faded away. Guo Sheng. When he first entered MCMU, he was unable to enter the school because he had brought a lot of snacks with him. When he was assigned to the dormitory, he was red-faced because he had spent money to buy snacks and was exposed. When Fong Ping established the Ping Yuan Club, he was the first one to raise his hand to join. He was the first one who was so excited that he could not sleep when Fong Ping appointed him as the courier leader. The one who had a simple and honest smile was truly a simple and honest fool. After Fong Ping became the president of the Martial Arts Society, the Ping Yuan Club, which had almost been forgotten, was managed by him. He felt that he had embarrassed Fong Ping. As the vice president of the Ping Yuan Club, he was only a rank 2. Even Tang 1 and the others, who were a year lower than him, were rank 3, and he was only rank 2. Therefore, in this battle, not only did Guosheng participate in the battle, the cowardly him even fought against rank 3 martial artists. Leading a group of Ping Yuan Club members, he surrounded and killed a few rank 3 martial artists. But in the end, he also died in battle. Looking at Guosheng's body, Fong Ping did not know what to say. He did not know what to say. After a long time, Fong Ping said softly, "Don't worry, the Ping Yuan Club is good. It will always be good. Back then, I said that the Ping Yuan Club had 108 members. In the future, there will be 108 grandmasters. It will come true. Everything will come true." As Fong Ping said that, he waved his hand, indicating that they would send the body back to Hope City. After waiting for the people to carry Guosheng's body away, Fong Ping looked at Sky Gate City from afar. Beside him, a figure had appeared out of nowhere. Chen Yunqi's face was covered in blood. Her eyes were exhausted, but she could not care less about herself. She comforted him softly. "Fong Ping, don't be too sad. From the moment we entered the catacombs, we were prepared for everything." Fong Ping said calmly, "I'm not sad. Not at all. This is war. A war of revenge. A war of survival. After this war ends, there will be fewer people dying in the future. In order to not be sad in the future, it's worth it to die a little now. After Sky Gate City is destroyed, I believe that a group of powerhouses will emerge. The more powerhouses there are, the fewer people will die." Chen Yunqi fell silent. Fong Ping did not look at her. He said slowly, "Go rest for a while. The war will break out at any time. You're the president of the Martial Arts Society. You have to continue fighting." "Okay, I'll go then. Be careful." The high-ranked war would break out at any time. Compared to the current battle, Fong Ping and the others were in more danger. At least, in the current battle, although they were fewer in number, they still had the upper hand in terms of strength. Fong Ping nodded slightly. On the other side, Chen Yaoting had a helpless smile on his face. This girl, did she not care about her grandfather? As they were talking, Chen Yunqi walked over. Only then did Chen Yaoting laugh. However, he was still a little jealous. This beat *TCH. First comforting Fong Ping, then comforting him. Had she forgotten what her surname was? After resting for the whole morning, Skygate City's army entered the forest again in the afternoon. This time, there were more people. A large number of ordinary soldiers were used as the vanguard. They were not placed at the back like they were yesterday. When they entered the forest yesterday, many of them were ambushed and killed by MCMAU. Some of the martial artists died in the ambush before they even entered the battle. This time, the ordinary soldiers were placed at the front. They were the meat shields. During the day, Fong Ping went to supervise the battle again. The battle went on for a long time again. Looking from the sky above the Jiao's forest, the forest ground was already blood-red. A large number of trees were destroyed. Bald spots appeared in the dense forest. From afar, the Jiao often roared to vent its dissatisfaction. However, at this moment, both sides were in a killing frenzy. No one would stop destroying the Jiao's forest just because of the Jiao's roar. On this day, Qin Fengqing and the others were being targeted very clearly. Even someone as strong as Li Hansong was besieged. Due to the short period of energy exhaustion, he was heavily injured once. He had to rely on the imperishable substance to recover and kill his opponent. Later on, Li Hansong, Wang Jinyang, Du Hong, Luo Yichuan, and Zhang Jianhong, the 5 vitality convergence powerhouses, began to fight together. Like a sharp knife, they began to carry out the decapitation strategy. With the 5 vitality convergence powerhouses working together with Fong Ping's secret assistance, any target that was targeted was almost instantly killed without exception. Catacombs martial artists were also human. All humans had emotions and desires. When these 5 vitality convergence powerhouses swept through the Jiao's forest and killed countless middle-ranked martial artists, Skygate City's army showed signs of wavering and disintegration for the first time. Small groups of troops began to retreat. At the back, Skygate City's Imperial Guards acted as supervising troops. Before the royal city gave the order, all martial artists who left the forest were killed on the spot without exception. Not only that, a large number of civilian martial artists continued to be thrown into the battlefield. Skygate City's lord adopted a high-pressure policy, frantically squeezing out the last remaining value of Skygate City. This battle lasted until the sky gradually darkened. Only then did Skygate City withdraw from the battlefield. Jiao's forest core area. Wu Quishan suddenly said, "Tomorrow, we'll start the high-rank battle." Fong Ping glanced at him. Wu Quishan said in a low voice, "Now, we've already killed a large number of the other party's middle-ranked and low-ranked martial artists. There's no need to continue wasting time. We'll start the high-rank battle and hold those high-rank martial artists back. Skygate City's army may collapse." Now, the Skygate City army dared not escape. Because there were still a large number of high-ranked powerhouses in the city, escape would mean death. However, once the high-ranked martial artists joined the battle, with the current casualty rate, the possibility of the army collapsing was very high. The catacombs had always adopted a high-pressure policy, relying entirely on these high-ranked powerhouses to deter them. Once these people were gone, were those people really not afraid of death? Beside him, Tang Feng said, "When the war starts, Fong Ping quickly kill a few rank 7 martial artists to deter them. When the army collapses, it'll be safer for MCMU's people to hunt down the deserters." Skygate City's army is holding on with their last breath, relying entirely on these high-rank martial artists to support their last bit of confidence. Fong Ping heard that and nodded slightly. He thought for a while and said, "Teachers, take care. If it really can't be done, even if you let 2 rank 9s go, don't risk your lives and persist. I promise, even if I can't kill Skygate City's lord this time, even if he escapes back to the restricted zone, I'll definitely kill him." Having said that, Fong Ping looked at Lu Fengru and said seriously, "Back then, I accepted the mission that Instructor gave me. Instructor, if he escapes this time, I promise you, within 3 years, I'll definitely kill him. I've waited for 11 years. I can wait for 3 years. I'll avenge you. This time, don't take the risk." Among everyone, the one who was most likely to take the risk was Lu Fengru. She had waited for more than 10 years. The wait was too torturous. If there was any sign of the Skygate City's lord escaping, Fong Ping was worried that she would disregard everything and self-destruct to hurt him. The possibility of that happening was very high. Lu Fengru looked at him deeply for a moment. After a long time, she said, "Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid." Fong Ping said in a low voice, "You and old Lu are holding off a rank bait. I still have to say this. If you act rashly and fight with the Skygate City's lord, old Lu and the others may be in danger. Instructor, old Lu and the others' lives are in your hands too." Lu Fengru's expression was bitter. This was a checkmate. Lu Palu, Huang Jing, and Tang Feng were working together with her to hold off a rank bait. If she acted rashly, all 3 of them would die. Lu Fengru sighed and nodded. "I'm not really unreasonable. If that be *** really escapes, Fong Ping, you must avenge the instructor in the future." "Definitely." Lu Fengru sighed and said no more. Beside her, Wu Quishan looked slightly helpless. He said softly, "You don't trust me that much?" "Humph." Lu Fengru humphed. Trust? Indeed, she did not trust Wu Quishan. That year, it was because of trust that led to the accident. Now, even if Wu Quishan had broken through to rank 9 and held a rank 9 divine weapon, Lu Fengri did not believe that he could kill the Sky Gate City's lord. Wu Quishan's expression was bitter. He looked at Sky Gate City from afar, his eyes flickering. He still wanted to avenge his daughter, his students, and his fellow sect members. On the night of the 16th, the night battle started on a small scale. 5 mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses were like an iron wall, guarding the front line. There were not many mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses, even in Sky Gate City. In total, 7 experts who had achieved essence blood fusion had been killed. 5 of them were mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses, and some of them were extremely powerful. Sky Gate City tried to ambush them several times, but they were forced to retreat. Sky Gate City. The powerhouses did not leave, watching the battle from the city wall. When they saw Wang Jinyang and the rest killing a large number of powerhouses and blocking the army's attack, the Sky Gate City's lord suddenly said, "The battle of the high ranks is about to begin." Everyone around him looked at him. The Sky Gate City's lord looked into the distance, losing his previous insolence. He said slowly, "MCMU's strength is much stronger than I expected. I originally wanted to kill a large number of MCMU disciples to make the Snake King lose his mind. Now it seems that the chances are slim." The Sky Gate City's lord said calmly, not mentioning the people in Sky Gate City who had died in battle. He would not lose his mind, because when he decided to leave, he had given up on these people. If the death of a group of abandoned children could be exchanged for the Snake King's life, it would be worth it. Even if it could not, it was not a big deal. In the restricted area, he would lead an even bigger city. If these people died, they died. As he said that, the Sky Gate City's lord said again, "If that's the case, there's no need to continue wasting time. The battle of the high ranks will begin soon." Everyone was shocked. Did the king mean? The Sky Gate City's lord said lightly, "Those few quasi-commanders are an eyesore to me. Massacring them will attract the attention of the true king. But in a big battle, killing a few generals by mistake is nothing. Commander Lin Song, I'll leave these few fellows to you." The upper stage rank 7 powerhouse who had confronted Fong Ping earlier nodded slowly and said, "Don't worry, my king. I will kill them while I'm at it." The Sky Gate City's lord did not say much, turning back to look at the divine tree in the city. The Sky Gate tree branch swayed. After a moment, it flew over soundlessly, standing in the void. Fong Ping and the others felt the Sky Gate tree move. In the next moment, they also flew into the air, looking towards Sky Gate City. Retreat! Wu Quishan's soft cry echoed throughout the Jiao's forest. Very soon, a large number of MCMEU instructors and students began to retreat. At this moment, the Sky Gate City's lord laughed. "Snake King, I'll be waiting for you." As soon as he finished speaking, the Sky Gate City's lord used the flight step, the Sky Gate tree following closely behind. In an instant, they flew toward the west. Wu Quishan smiled coldly, broke through the air, and chased after them. Chen Yaoting did not wait for the other party to speak. He shouted, "Monster Sunflower City's too good for nothings. Let's fight it out." Before he finished speaking, Chen Yaoting flew toward the north. In Sky Gate City, the 2 rank 8s from Monster Sunflower City sneered. They also used the flight step and followed. Old Man Li did not pay attention to the rank 8 either. He went straight to the west. Seeing this scene, the remaining Sky Gate City rank 8 powerhouse suddenly burst into laughter. MCMU was courting death. The remaining venerable powerhouse had actually gone to participate in the Battle of Kings. Before he could finish laughing, Lu Polu roared, "Be asterisk starred. I'll wait to kill you." Having said that, the 4 high grandmasters unsheathed their divine weapons, broke through the air, and headed straight for Sky Gate City. Seeing this scene, the remaining 9 rank 7 powerhouses looked at each other, and suddenly burst into laughter. Was MCMU really courting death? Did they really think the 9 of them did not exist? Just as they burst into laughter, the commander-level powerhouse who received the Sky Gate City's lord's order did not say a word. He used the flight step and headed straight for Wang Jinyang and the others who were retreating. At the same time, Fong Ping and Yao Qingjun had already charged toward the other party. The remaining 8 rank 7 powerhouses did not care about other places either. Whether it was the Wood King or the few venerables, they had the upper hand. Now that they had so many people, if they killed the remaining 2 commander-level powerhouses and went to help the others, they would be able to capture MCMU in one fell swoop very soon. While they were thinking that, when commander-level Lin Song had just killed his way to Wang Jinyang and the others, a small city fell from the sky. "You're the first," Fong Ping growled, pulling the other party into his small house in an instant. "Old Yao, hold them off for 30 seconds. Yao Qingjun almost cursed it out loud. This was not what they had agreed on earlier. Fong Ping, this guy, actually wanted him to hold off 8 people alone. Did he really think that he was a rank 8? 5 seconds. Yao Qingjun roared. At most 5 seconds. He could not hold on any longer. Coward. While Fong Ping was talking, he had already entered the small house. As soon as he entered the small house, Commander-level Lin Song, who had been pulled into the small house earlier, threw a punch at him. He did not have a divine weapon. In the vast Sky Gate City, there was only one person who had a divine weapon, the Sky Gate City Lord. This was the Outland, not the Forbidden Zone. Fong Ping ignored him completely. In an instant, he shrunk the small house. Both of their bodies were almost pressed against each other. Commander-level Lin Song's fist exploded with celestiality, punching at Fong Ping's head. This time, Fong Ping had no intention of talking nonsense. He did not intend to waste even a second. His body shone with golden light. Destructive energy emerged. His arms were like snakes, wrapping around the other party in the blink of an eye. Die! Fong Ping made use of the small house's shrinkage. He could not widen the distance between them. He hugged the other party directly, letting the other party punch his head. With a roar, destructive energy gushed out, crushing the other party's body. This upper stage rank 7 commander level was also red-eyed. He let out a wild roar. His fists were like thunder, bombarding Fong Ping's head one after another. Above Fong Ping's head, golden light erupted too. An even more ruthless roar came from his mouth. Kill! An explosive roar with all his might was heard. In the blink of an eye, Fong Ping had directly crushed an upper stage rank 7 powerhouse with his physical strength. The other party's body exploded, but his mentality was not extinguished. In the next moment, a hissing sound like a fuse being ignited came from his mentality. Fong Ping did not even look. His figure appeared outside the small house immediately. Rumble! An explosive sound was heard. The small house began to tremble continuously. After a while, it stabilized. Idiot! Fong Ping sneered in his heart. He had spent so much mentality to strengthen the materialized object core. If it was blown up by an upper stage rank 7 martial artist, then he would be too useless. The moment Fong Ping appeared, Yao Qingjun had just fought with the others, less than 3 seconds. When Fong Ping appeared, the small house trembled. Everyone felt a familiar aura disappear. The remaining 8 rank 7s suddenly froze for a moment. Dead? The upper stage commander-level Lin Song was dead. In the blink of an eye, he was dead? Unbelievable. They could not believe it either. Even a rank 8 powerhouse could not kill Lin Song so quickly. Why? Because a rank 8 could not trap the other party. Because Lin Song could escape even if he could not win. Because if he really encountered a rank 8, Lin Song dared not be trapped by the other party. He would not be trapped easily either. As for Fong Ping, the moment he materialized the small house, it covered Lin Song directly. Lin Song did not even think about avoiding it. He was an upper stage rank 7. Why would he be afraid of a middle stage rank 7 martial artist using a materialized object to trap him? In many people's eyes, this was the path to death. Kill! Fong Ping could not be bothered to talk nonsense. This time, the moment he materialized the object, it covered a few rank 7s instantly. These people were not gathered together. There were still 3 people who were not covered. Fong Ping did not enter the small house this time. Instead, he roared, "Kill the 3 outside." The 5 who were covered by him were now attacking the small house frantically, causing the small house to tremble continuously. 5 rank 7 powerhouses gave their all, attacking the small house frantically. For a moment, Fong Ping's mentality was also trembling. However, Fong Ping did not care about them. If they wanted to break his materialized object, these 5 still needed to spend some effort. This time was enough for him and Yao Qingjun to kill these few people. Kill! Yao Qingjun's killing intent was also boiling. The long spear in his hand pierced through the air, charging straight at one of them. Fong Ping killed people too quickly. He did not even exchange a move with the other party earlier. Right now, his combat strength was also full. Take one more away! Fong Ping roared, letting old Yao handle 2 of them. He himself, on the other hand, charged toward one of the rank 7s. When that person saw Fong Ping charging toward him, his expression changed drastically. Without thinking, he quickly ran toward the rank 8 who was fighting with Lu Polu and the rest not far away, roaring madly, "Venerable! Lin Song has fallen!" The rank 8 who was fighting Lu Polu and the rest, his expression changed drastically. He turned his head to look. When he saw the small house that had frozen in the air, he roared. Golden light shone brightly, and a punch blasted toward Lu Fengru, the weakest among them. Lu Polu and the rest were under immense pressure, but they refused to give in. Their divine weapons erupted at the same time. The divine weapons shone brilliantly. Celestiality interweaved, attacking continuously from all directions, trapping the rank 8. As for Fong Ping, his speed was extremely fast. He had already caught up to that person. This time, Fong Ping did not give the other party any chance to escape at all. The instant he caught up to the other party, a rank 7 divine weapon appeared in his Sanjiao gate. Fong Ping said sternly, "Your death was worth it." This time he had nurtured 2 sabers. He had nurtured both the rank 7 and the rank 8 for a period of time. The one he was chasing now was only a middle stage rank 7, the same rank as him. If they were to fight, Fong Ping would definitely kill the other party within 30 seconds, even if he did not use a divine weapon. However, to save time, Fong Ping did not mind using a divine weapon to kill him quickly. Crimson Saber, Annihilation, boom! 2 consecutive roars escaped from Fong Ping's mouth. The rank 7 powerhouse who sensed the threat of death let out a furious roar. Celestiality erupted, and the Sanjiao gate appeared, opening instantly. In the blink of an eye, countless forces gathered and charged toward Fong Ping. Rumble! The divine weapon Changdao erupted. The other party was also prepared to die, unleashing the most powerful force to self-destruct directly. It was not targeted at Fong Ping, but at the small house. He wanted to blow up this small house, release the 5 chieftains, and kill the enemy. The saber gleam carried the power of annihilation, colliding with the other party's self-destruct force. The deafening rumble continued. After a while, everything returned to normal. As for the small house, the other party's self-destruct force did not even touch the small house before it was annihilated by Fong Ping. At the same time when Fong Ping killed the second rank 7 martial artist, in the distance, Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong swallowed the dark moon grass quickly. Their 7 orifices began to bleed, roaring continuously. With the help of the powerful medicinal effect, they forced their mentality to materialize. Everything had happened too quickly. It was so fast that the battle of high ranks had just started. In less than 10 seconds, Fong Ping had already killed 2 chieftain powerhouses. At this moment, the middle and low-rank martial artists from both sides had not retreated far away. The next moment, Li Hansong roared, his mentality beginning to materialize. The moment he materialized, Li Hansong did not wait for a breakthrough. Instead, he roared, "Kill the enemy!" At this moment, he was still not a rank 7 martial artist. He was in the final stage of materialization. This stage was also the most powerful and peak stage of a rank 6 martial artist. Li Hansong roared. His fists were mixed with rich celestiality and blasted forward. In front of him, a mentality-vitality fusion powerhouse was blown up almost instantly. At this time, the people of MCMAU stopped retreating. Kill with me. Destroy the city. Vice-Chancellor Fong killed 2 rank 7s. MCMAU is invincible. Attack the city. Their shouts shook the sky. Thousands of martial artists, including those rank 2 martial artists, were now madly charging towards Sky Gate City. They had to destroy Sky Gate City before the battle of high ranks ended. On the other side, Wang Jinyang Sanjiao Gate was also on top of his head. The celestial bridge unfolded quickly. Without waiting for his mentality to completely materialize, Wang Jinyang wielded his saber and charged toward the Sky Gate City army that was already somewhat scattered. Once he broke through, it would be difficult to carry out a massacre. However, the moment he broke through, he would slaughter these people to reduce the pressure on MCMAU. This was also the strategy he had decided on earlier. Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong were already mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses. Now that they had reached peak, they were no different from rank 7 martial artists. 2 martial artists comparable to rank 7 attacked together, in addition to a few mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses. In the blink of an eye, these people rushed into the enemy's camp and began a massacre. Wang, save me! Retreat! Retreat! Rumble! At the city gate of Sky Gate City, seeing that Wang Jinyang and the others were about to break into the city, some powerhouses on the city walls activated the city defense cannon. A large number of energy columns exploded. At this moment, no one cared whether they were allies or enemies. They could not let them kill into the city. A large number of Sky Gate City troops did not die at the hands of Wang Jinyang and the others. Instead, they were blown up by their own city defense energy cannon. No! Someone screamed shrilly. There were pursuers behind them. The city gate in front was not open. The Imperial Guards were bombarding aimlessly. Broken limbs flew everywhere. A dead end. All of this had happened too quickly. No one had expected that with 9 chieftains against 2, their side would lose 2 chieftains in an instant. The remaining commanders were actually trapped in a small house. This was beyond everyone's expectations. Further away, in the air, Zhao's big eyes revealed a hint of shock. Chef was so strong, killing 2 chieftains in an instant, trapping 5 people, 1 against 7. The descendant of a true king was terrifyingly strong. At this moment, it did not even have the time to move. How long had it been since Silly Wood and the others left? Not that long. It was prepared to wait for Silly Wood and the others to fight, then wait for an opportunity. Now, did it still need to wait? In the next moment, the Jiao growled and flew into the distance with the 2 8th-level demon beasts. Behind it, the 7th-level demon beast from 100 Beasts Forest roared. 100 Beasts Forest did not allow the Jiao to participate in battles. The Jiao could not be bothered. It responded with a roar. Its old nest had been destroyed. Those people had invaded its territory. It was going to demand an explanation. Demon territory was sacred and inviolable. While the 7th-level demon beast was still roaring, the Jiao's eyes flashed fiercely. It was not the first time it had killed an emissary. There were battles everywhere. If it killed an emissary, who would know it was it? If it killed an emissary, it could push the blame to Silly Wood or the Wood King. Who would know it was it? Who would know? Perhaps the true king was watching the battle. But even if he was thousands of miles away. How could he know the details? They could sense the rise and fall of energy. They probably knew who died, but who killed? Who knew? The Jiao was also a decisive person. Hearing the 7th-level demon beast roar again, it growled. In the next second, 3 8th-level demon beasts attacked together. 3 8th-level demon beasts against 1 mid-stage 7th-level demon beast. Almost instantly, the 7th-level demon beast was destroyed. The Jiao shook its butt. All right, it was quiet now. The emissary was killed by the Wood King. It would take its 2 brothers to take revenge. The prestige of the Forbidden Land could not be insulted. Roar! The Jiao roared. It flew toward the west with the 2 demon beasts. The Wood King dared to kill the emissary of the Forbidden Land. Even if it was an accident, it was unforgivable. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.